Welcome to the BEASTwriter family where social media engagement is encouraged. I am your host, Ryan Sakamoto, and today we are going to be making sense of Trey Lance's second pro day. That is correct. Trey Lance is scheduled to have a second pro day today. All the top teams who are in the quarterback market are in line to go ahead and watch that pro day. You have the Denver Broncos. Of course, you have the San Francisco 49ers, the Atlanta Falcons, the Washington football team, you name it. All the top quarterback needy teams are here, and they're going to be going ahead and watching the John Beck led drills. Now, people are asking me who the heck John Beck is. Why is his name surfacing? There's been a lot of talk on Google, a lot of talk on Reddit, a lot of talk on all the other social media platforms that we are all on. And basically, I'm going to break that down as to what John Beck brings to the table. And before we go ahead and do that, again, I just want to start off every podcast or every live stream by saying thank you to each and every one of you for subscribing to my channel. Just be sure to turn on and flip on the bell notifications so you get notified when I go live or when I upload content. Also, we are running giveaways. Tony Nagatani just won the Faithful Farewell to Season Candlestick flag on Friday. And we're doing it all again. If you didn't win, all good. Because here in the BEASTwriter family, as you see on the ticker, BWF giveaway, which stands for BEASTwriter family, we are running giveaways. So we are giving away 2 COVID masks, not COVID masks, but COVID-19 protective masks, courtesy of the San Francisco 49ers, complete with the 49ers and NFL logoing license on there. So you see that. So we're giving away 2 of these. And that will be for all of you guys who subscribe as a mahalo to you guys, because without you guys, I wouldn't be in the position I am today. So mahalo. And as we continue to grow the BEASTwriter family and we grow as one, it's all good vibes only in here. So again, I appreciate everyone's love and support. And again, the goal here in the BEASTwriter family, as you see right here, this logo here, is it's all about bridging the gap on all 32 fan bases. Now, you guys know I cover all 32 teams. So all 32 fan bases are stepped into one, and where we can have a healthy discussion. I don't like talking about debates because debates is meh. It's a healthy discussion. All right. Furthermore, this is the big prize, like legit big prize. So the 49ers gave me this. It's a Faithful to the Bay. I don't know if you can see it, but it's embroidered, custom embroidered blanket. This thing is huge. It's still in its packaged, complete with a ribbon. We are going to give away this bad boy. And again, this is not like screen printed. This is actual embroidered, like on a jersey type of stuff. So if we can hit, I'm doing a thing called a milestone giveaway now. So if we can hit our milestone subscriber count of, I think we're at 2,100 right now. If we can hit 2,700 by the end of the week, I'm going to be launching this bad boy again as a thank you. So the best way to spread the word is to get the word out to all your family and friends. Share the video. Talk about the BEASTwriter family, the good vibes only here, and that way you'll have a higher chance of scoring this gear. Again, the more we grow, the more I can give back to all of you. All right, so let's not waste any more time. There's a lot of questions here as they pop up, and I am happy. This is also a live call-in show, so be sure to go ahead and click in and discuss with the BEASTwriter if you have any questions or concerns or want to voice your opinion. Social media engagement is encouraged. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about what's going on today. Well, Trey Lance is having the second pro day. Again, I just talked about that. The San Francisco 49ers, the Atlanta Falcons, Denver Broncos, Washington football team, and the New England Patriots are all attending. Now, I went and talked about this. If you're on YouTube, read the description in the description box below. At the very end, I actually put on some nice tidbits as to who is attending this pro day and why those names are important. Let's go ahead and break it down. For those who don't know who Elliott Wolf is and Dave Ziegler, those guys are the execs for the New England Patriots. Dave Ziegler is actually Bill Belichick's right-hand man when it comes to personnel decisions. Once GM Nick Caserio went off to the Houston Texans, he was the guy, the next guy in line. I believe he started off in 2013 as the assistant pro player of director of personnel, and he kind of moved up the ranks that way. So internally, he is high-ranking official with the New England Patriots. That's why he is there watching Trey Lance's pro day. We also have, obviously, the 49ers brass also there. That's no surprise because they need to leave no stone left unturned. And from there, we are going to go ahead and talk about the Atlanta Falcons. They're sending their own personnel. The Denver Broncos, I believe, offensive coordinator Pat Shermer is also going to be in attendance. So what this tells me is Trey Lance is a hot commodity. All right. And because the draft board currently stacks up the way it's stacked up, you have the Jacksonville Jaguars who are going to take Trevor Lawrence, most likely, right? 95% sure. Then at number 2, the New York Jets are probably going to take Zach Wilson. Well, number 3, it's going to be Justin Fields or Trey Lance. And I know Lombardi went out and said, you know what? It's not Justin Fields. It's not Justin Fields. No, check your sources. You know, I'm like, okay, dude. Okay. It's funny that he says no Justin Fields because all signs point to Justin Fields when you actually take it a step further. Or Trey Lance, either or. It's one of those two guys. And if they're not going to take one of those two guys and ultimately it's Mac Jones, well, that's just going to create buzz and heads will roll. I talked about this earlier on in earlier podcasts, so we kind of know where this is getting. For all the people who are chiming in on the call-in, sit tight, man. I'm going to have you guys on in the next hour or so. So CJ Ruthless Sports, I see you. I see a few other ones. I'll be on. I'll still stay on this live stream. We're just going to transition into it. Today is also Yang Monday, so usually have that 2:30 p.m. live stream. We're just going to continue this one on all the way through. So this is like, I'm probably going to be a 3 or 4 hour live stream. So sit tight, my man. There's a lot of things to discuss. Maybe hop on in the next 30 minutes, and then we can discuss what we have to say there. All right. So getting back to it again. I just talked about the people who are going to be there. Obviously, this is a drill-led group led by John Beck himself. People are wondering who is John Beck. Well, that's how I break down all my podcasts. You guys know how I do this. If you're new to subscribing to my channel, I break it down into 3 parameters. The first one is who are the players involved, or coaches involved. The second parameter is why the move was made or potentially could be made. In this case, bringing in John Beck to lead these positional drills for Trey Lance's pro day. And the last but not least parameter is the instant gratification versus long-term gain. So who is John Beck? Well, John Beck is a 2017 second round pick, or 2017, no, sorry, not 2017, 2007 second round pick, drafted number 40 overall by the Miami Dolphins, played with them for a few years, then bumped up to the Baltimore Ravens, then moved on to the Washington football team where he has ties to Kyle Shanahan during his days as OC over there when Mike Shanahan, his father, was the head coach. So he has a good rapport with John Beck. And what you see here is he knows the system. So he's going to lead these drills in a way where Kyle Shanahan says, okay, I want him to do these things. And what I discussed in earlier live streams, what's going to happen in Trey Lance's pro day today? You're going to see a lot of play action pass, a lot of naked bootlegs, a lot of throws off platform, throwing on the run. Because you want to see, and trust me, I talked about, there's countless times where I've talked about with Kyle Shanahan exactly what he looks for in the quarterback. It comes down to accuracy. You know, can he make the proper throws, throwing on the proper shoulder, throwing to the receiver in stride? Those are the critical factors that you look for in a quarterback position, especially in Kyle Shanahan's scheme. It's all about timing, but more importantly, it's all about accuracy because it does a quarterback no justice or a receiver no justice when you're throwing on the wrong shoulder, where the wide receiver has to either pump on the brakes because he has to come back for a bad pass, or he can't run full speed ahead because he has to be worried about throwing it on the wrong shoulder, and then that messes up his catch point when the ball arrives. So there's a lot of different things and factors that come into play. Ultimately, you're going to see on these drills, Trey Lance basically throwing on the run. He's not going to be throwing these 3 to 5 step drops. Yes, that will probably be on early on just to kind of get him warmed up, acclimated to those intermediate routes on those hitches, those quick slants and so forth. But ultimately, he wants to see how Trey Lance adjusts to throwing off platform on the run, off the naked bootlegs, and more importantly, the play action pass. So these are things that you're going to look for. These are things that I'm just pointing out, and prove me wrong. But I think from what I'm hearing, that's what's going to happen. All right. Now let's go ahead and double down on these gains, right? So let's get to these questions. Oh, we got a lot of comments. CJ Ruthless Sports says, what's up, BEASTwriter? What is going on? How are you doing today, my man? Hop on to the live stream a little bit later on, maybe 30 minutes from now. 11:30 would be a good time. JP, my man, says, sub B-dub, are the credits to all this match Parsons dropping? I don't know, man. Like I said, I still have Micah Parsons as the top-ranked linebacker in this draft class. He is an off-the-ball linebacker. However, with that being said, he can also be used as an edge rusher on third down plays. He played defensive end back in high school. So to say that, you know, why he's dropping, I mean, there's a lot of stuff why people are, why is this coming out now? I mean, as you get closer to, why is all this stuff coming out now? It's like, everyone knew about it. So why is it leaked now? See, you got to watch the smoke screens. The smoke screens are real. And if Mac Jones was their guy, remember when people said, "Oh, Mac Jones is their guy," and I was like, you know what? I'm going to hop on the live stream just like I'm doing right now, and I'm going to put out something out there. Mac Jones is not the guy. It's going to be Trey Lance or just most likely Justin Fields, but Zach Wilson is ultimately what? Their top choice. So Zach Wilson comes from BYU. John Beck also comes from BYU. Steve Young also comes. Oh, could that be in play? I don't know. But to get back to this podcast, it's interesting to point out because, again, I don't think it's going to be Mac Jones. And with all the news that is coming out and all the smoke that's coming out now, if Mac Jones is truly the answer, then why would you have to do your due diligence on Trey Lance? Because of the fact that, okay, I get to leave no stone left unturned. But at the end of the day, if you're saying Mac Jones is the guy and then going to the national guy saying he's the guy, then you already did your homework by leaking that information out if that was in fact true. So let's keep it 100. It's not true. Sanjo Sunny, what's good, bro? What is going on? How are you doing? Jan Paul Edward Dios says, let me just pull it up here. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here we go. Max Stahl, excuse me. What up, B? It's been a while since I've been able to join a live stream. Appreciate all your hard work. Mahalo, Max Stahl. And again, thank you for joining the BEASTwriter family. Again, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel, go ahead and do that because you'll be entered to win these 49ers masks courtesy of the 49ers given to me, and they have the NFL licensing logo on it. I don't know if you can see that. Also, if you don't win and you're not a Niner fan, just go head over. Actually, we're launching t-shirts and now sleeveless hoodies with the BEASTwriter family logo. We're going to do giveaways for that as well. Or you can purchase them on this website. But let me go ahead and do this as well. We are giving away, look at this. This is a embroidered, still in its package, given to me by the 49ers. It is a Faithful to the Bay 2020 season ticket holder plus blanket. And again, it's probably, to be honest with you, I kind of want to keep it here. It has an NFL licensing logo on it. There you go. And we are giving this bad boy away if we hit our milestone. We have a new thing called Milestone Giveaway. So along with the BEASTwriter family weekly giveaways, now we're doing milestone giveaways. So we hit a certain milestone within a certain period of time, we're going to be relaunching bad boys, big time prizes like these as a thank you for you. So be sure to get the word out to all your family and friends because we need to hit this milestone. The milestone is 2,700 subscribers by the end of the week. I know we can do that. We're already on the go with that. So just all you guys got to do is share the video, tell people about the BEASTwriter family, and say, hey, subscribe. I want to win this, don't you? Yes. Okay, let's do it. Thank you, Max. I appreciate it. CJ Ruthless Sports says BEASTwriter late in rush hour traffic in the Day Bay area. LMAO. Alan Owens from the BEASTwriter family says, Mr. Beast, you're looking well. Thank you so much. Mahalo. And I hope everyone is doing well on this happy Monday. I am excited for this pro day. I am excited for the draft. People are wondering if I'm going to hop on a live stream on draft day. I am going to do that. So if you guys want to hear what I have to say instead of Mel Kiper, instead of Tom McShay, again, I'm going to mute it and I'm going to do this blind. I will even show you I'm doing this blind because I'm not even going to have the captions on. I'm just going to see the picks. I want to make sure that you guys know what I'm thinking because I don't want to piggyback on anything they're saying. So that way you can compare what I'm saying blindly to what they're saying. I'm just going to watch the picks, see what they say. I don't like captions anyways. I talked about this in earlier live streams when watching Netflix. I hate when captions are on or Disney. I don't like reading, which is weird because I do a lot of reading in my job, but that's only because I have to. I'd rather do this, just talk. I don't know. JP says, CG, just subscribe, brother. All right. We have my man, JP, Jan Paul Edward Dios. He hasn't subscribed to my boy, CJ Ruthless Sports. Tony Nagatani, happy Mahalo Monday, Beast. Happy Mahalo Monday to you. And you are the winner, Tony Nagatani. And thank you so much for the super stack. Thank you for the super stack. No, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate all the love and support. So people are wondering what a super chat is. So if you like the work, like the BEASTwriter family we're striving to push, consider sending me a super chat. And it's just another fun way for me to engage with you. It's a highlighted chat like this. And again, all proceeds get funneled back into the BEASTwriter family. And actions speak louder than words. So Tony Nagatani, here's this for you. You are the winner of the farewell season candlestick flag. Look at this. This is you, man. This is all you. You have been supporting me since day one. You've been engaging with us. Ultimately, that's the number one thing here is engagement and supporting me with your super chat and super stickers. So mahalo, and thank you so much for the love. You have won this. You were the Friday winner of this giveaway. So please send me your address. My email is beastwriter.nfl@gmail.com, and I will go ahead and get this farewell season to Candlestick Flag over to you ASAP. All right. So thank you and mahalo again for the love and support. Happy Monday to you, and congratulations. That's what it's all about here in the BEASTwriter family. I see you, bro. I see you. All right. Mike Fuller says, hey, Beast, which from the BEASTwriter family. Mike, good morning. How are you doing, buddy? Which round is a smart play for drafting a wide receiver? Who is your favorite wide receiver realistically available? Okay. Well, technically, realistically available, you could take Devontae Smith at 3. I love Devontae Smith. I think he's been the next Marvin Harrison. I already said that. I also love Jamar Chase. He's the next Reggie Wayne. I already said that. But realistically, we're talking about later rounds. And not going to go after a wide receiver at number 3. They're just not going to do that when you trade up all that draft capital. So ultimately, if you look at number 43 overall pick, there's a lot of guys who can slip who fit the scheme. Now, again, it comes down to scheme fit, not necessarily who I like, but you have to look at the scheme that they're playing. Are they playing the Air Coryell type of offense where it's a vertical passing game? Are they playing the West Coast offense where it's more shallow crossing dids, intermediate routes, timing routes? Or is it more of a crossbreed, right? The RPOs and so forth. So a lot of different systems are in place ultimately for the 49ers as a scheme fit realistically. Here's a few wide receivers that I really like. I talked a bit about this on my big board. I just released my top 50 big board on earlier live streams last week, but let's go ahead and talk about that, my man. If you missed it, not to worry. All right. So the tier ones, obviously Jamar Chase, you have Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Kadarius Toney is in tier 2, along with Elijah Moore and Terrace Marshall. I like any one of those guys. I think Elijah Moore is possibly a sleeper pick, in my opinion. I think he may drop in the late first round to early second round. So if he's sitting there and you need a slot wide receiver, because again, we all saw what Emmanuel Sanders did and how much damage he did from the slot. Elijah Moore, man, I've been watching this guy for 2 years. Elijah Moore, are those small? He's small. Like people who say he's not, he's tiny. Like he's only 5'10". The guy is extremely tiny. He doesn't have a lot of mass on his frame. Like he's only 178. I'm a $154. So if you do the math, I'm only 5'5". So you can kind of see, but I'm broader, I'm bigger, I'm probably stronger than him. I mean, the guy benched out 17 reps of 225. I can bench 22 at 225. So aside from that, it doesn't matter because if you're playing the slot, it's all about quickness, right? So who cares how big and how strong he is? It's all about the explosiveness off the line of scrimmage. I'm looking at the numbers. I see a 3-cone drill of 6.65 and a 4.32 40-yard dash. When you put that all together and then you watch the film, it confirms what I saw in film. In fact, he ran a little bit faster than what I saw in film. I saw more of a 4.38, 4.39, 4.41 type of guy. He went and ran a freaking 4.32. Also had a 36-inch vertical jump and a 4-second short shuttle. So the guy can fly. The guy can fly. I like Elijah Moore for the 49ers as a slot position receiver. I think he would do wonders teaming him up with Brandon Ayuk on that side. Obviously adding insurance for Deebo Samuel, who is basically their gadget player. You add a guy like that in to the mix, now you're talking. Also, I like Rondale Moore, another small, diminutive, yet shifty wide receiver. He's 5'7", 180 pounds, ran a 4.29 40-yard dash, had a 42.5-inch vertical jump. So he's jumping through the roof and plays above the rim. And he repped out 24 reps on the bench press. The speed, the combination of speed, strength, and power and explosion all convert from what I see on film. So Rondale Moore out of Purdue is another nice sleeper pick. Rondale Moore, Elijah Moore. Let's just call them the Moore brothers. All right. I like the Moore brothers as sleeper picks. So look out for those guys. I can't believe how I'm doing this, but hey, man, I love talking football with you guys. But they would be a perfect fit for what Kyle Shanahan likes to do. Thank you so much. I'm mahalo for your question. All right, Matthew 43. What's good, fam? Go Niners. Who are we taking at 3? I think it's ultimately still Justin Fields, or now I might be leaning toward Trey Lance. But I already said Justin Fields early on. I'm sticking to Justin Fields. But would I be surprised if it's Trey Lance? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And again, Matthew43, do yourself a favor, man. I'm telling you, do yourself a favor and subscribe to the BEASTwriter family right here. Just go to youtube.com/BEASTwriter, open up a new web browser, and you're always on my live streams, man. But again, if you want to be entered for giveaways like this week, we're giving away these 49ers masks complete with the NFL licensing logo on it, as well as our milestone giveaways, which includes big bad boys like this. This is like a $65, $70 value, a 49ers plush embroidered, embroidered. Look at it's custom embroidered right there. Blanket with the NFL licensing logo on it. Be sure to subscribe to your boy on YouTube. That's the only way you can win for these giveaways and engage with you. You're doing half the part. You're engaging with us. So go ahead and do the second part. Just get yourself a YouTube account and subscribe to your boy. I'm just trying to help you out, man, because you're showing me love. I want to give back to you as much as possible. CJ Ruthless Sports is all up in the house. Niners All Day says, what's up? What is going on? I see you. Tobin Ernst from the BEASTwriter fan says, Mac Jones, please tell me no, BEASTwriter. I'm not thinking it's Mac Jones, bro. I hate to say it, I don't think it's Mac Jones at all. I don't see Mac Jones even being. I mean, listen, everyone's saying this, and I said this right after everyone was saying Mac Jones. I said, pump the brakes. You can go watch that live stream. It's in the description box below if you're on YouTube, which you are. And I just said, you know what? I think it's funny that people are saying it's Mac Jones. You don't trade up that much draft capital for a guy like Mac Jones where you could have got an 8 or 6 or whatever. And then people are like, oh, that's true. That's true. That's true. And then it comes out that people are saying, oh, yeah, that may be true. Now people are saying, oh, well, why is the Niners at Trey Lance's pro day? Why did he go to Justin Fields' pro day? Why did this, it's just like, because is Mac Jones really the answer? If that was the case, why would they be doing the legwork on, quarterbacks other than Mac Jones if that was truly the case? Because the draft is just 2 weeks away. Wouldn't you be doing your due diligence on some of these other prospects instead of sending smoking screens and mirrors if Mac Jones was truly the answer at number 3? Because there's only 2 players above you who they could potentially take. Ultimately, Trevor Lawrence is going to 1, so that leaves just 1 player realistically. So why even do the due diligence if the move was already in play and making that play to trade up from 12 to 3 for Mac Jones if you're still at Trey Lance's pro day right now? I don't know, man. It's crazy talk. But hey, this is the world we live in. It's the world we live in. Gabriel Azole says, congrats, Tony. Yes, congratulations to Tony Nagatani again for the BEASTwriter family giveaway. You have won, Tony Nagatani, this farewell season to Candlestick Park Flag. Again, I appreciate all the super chat and super stickers and the social media engagement you have been encouraging here in the BEASTwriter family. That's where it's about. So again, the more publicity and exposure I get in the BEASTwriter family, the more I can give back to all of you guys. Again, this is all for you. I don't know anyone who has been doing this. This is not the first time. This is not my first rodeo. I've been doing this ever since I became a beat writer with the 49ers in 2013. So nothing new here. The only difference is I'm doing it on YouTube instead of Twitter and Facebook. All right. Good morning, Romero Puentes. Good morning, Ryan from Tijuana. Let's draft Trey Lance and Najee Harris. Oh, I like it. I like drafting Trey Lance and Najee Harris. Ultimately, I'm hearing from Najee Harris's camp, he's going to go in the first round. That's what I'm hearing. I'm also hearing that the Pittsburgh Steelers, who I said on earlier podcasts, that he would be a prime fit. If you haven't seen my Najee Harris post, you guys know he's my draft crush. I've been uploading content on him all day long, and I have him, in my top 10 big board. Why? Well, because he's a top 10 prospect. To me, he's very underrated for a lot of different reasons. I talked about this. And again, if you want to see what I had to say on Najee Harris, just YouTube search Beast and put in BEASTwriter. That's the key word. Make sure you have BEASTwriter, and then whatever topic you want to know about that I had to say, I should say, just go ahead and right there. Just type in YouTube search BEASTwriter, Najee Harris. Everything will pop up there. Again, I've been high on Najee Harris for the last 2 years. I think it's funny when people say he's not going to be a very good running back and he's not first round worthy. I'm looking at that and be like, bro, what film are you watching? Because film for me is number one. As a talent evaluator, film for me is number one. All day long, all game long. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Diane Walker from Facebook says, what we got going on for our next season, I want us to win. Yes, Thank you, Diane Walker, for your input. I appreciate the love. Yeah, Niners need to win. Craig Kennedy Jr. from Facebook. Again, Craig, Greg. I said Craig, sorry. Greg. Get yourself a YouTube BEASTwriter account and subscribe to my channel, man. I'm telling you, man. Otherwise, you won't be entered to win these giveaways. You guys are like, I want to win, and I see you guys engaging with me. But again, you have to subscribe on YouTube and turn on the bell notifications so you can be hit in with the algorithm that the computer spits out. I don't pick it. The computer automatically spits it out. And whoever the winner is, the winner is. But I can't do that if you're on Facebook. It's all about YouTube, bro. So here, I appreciate the love. But just go ahead. Again, if you want to win prizes like this, as we hear a milestone, again, we need to hit 2,700 subscribers. We're at 2,100, so only 600 subscribers. And if we hit that by the end of the week, we are unleashing this Beast giveaway. All right, good stuff. So subscribe, bro. A guy called Ed says, "Sup, Beast from the BEASTwriter family. I'll be heading back to the office. We will not be able to sneak into these live streams anymore." Oh, that sucks, dude. I apologize for that. So a guy called Ed is funny because a lot of you guys are doing this from work, and then you guys would be like presentations or at work, and then watching what I have to say, not paying attention to what's going on at work. I think that's hilarious. I love that. That sucks. That really sucks that you won't be able to be on my live stream as you are right now. But mahalo for the love. And it's all good. You know why? Because once a live stream is over, at the end of your workday or on your lunch break or in between breaks, you can just go ahead and go to BEASTwriter, go to the BEASTwriter family channel, pop it up. And even though it's recorded, you can still watch it. And that way you don't miss a beat on what's going on in the future on my other live streams. Again, the live streams are just here because they're live, because I like engaging with all my, all the BEASTwriter family. But don't worry, there'll be a lot more. And I'm going to be doing a lot more on the weekend. So I got you covered. And if you have a time slot that you want me to go on, be like, "Hey, Beast, I have a break from this time to this time. Can you do a live stream on Tuesday at this time?" I'll be like, "Bro, I am on it. I got your back." So don't worry, bro. I got you. I got you. Peter Moore says, "What is up? Got here late." All good, Peter. I love talking to you. You have a lot of good things to say. And mahalo for the love. Diane Walker says, "Yes, I want that." Yes, I know you like it, but subscribe to the BEASTwriter family. I know you have a YouTube account. If you have a Facebook account, obviously you have a YouTube account. Open up the YouTube account, subscribe to your boy in the BEASTwriter family, and you will be entered to win these prizes. All right. CJ Ruthless Sports says, "How do I enter?" You're already entered, CJ Ruthless Sports. You are already entered for the giveaway because you subscribe and you engage. Again, it's an algorithm that the computer spits out. So I pay for this service. After every week leading up to Friday, boom, I tally everything up, comments, likes, and then also super stickers, super chats, put that in this formula. Whatever it spits out, that's the winner. And this one was Tony Nagatani. Tony Nagatani has been day one. And I was wondering, like, this guy engages a lot. Just like you, CJ Sports, just like all of you, actually. Olin Owens, a guy called Ed. All you guys are engaged with me. Mariah, Mel, Jan Paul, my man JP, Jan Paul Edward Dios, who's an Arizona Cardinals fan. We also have Charles, who's a Panthers fan. We also have Alex Faulkner. All you guys engaged bunk. So it's funny, dude. At some point, it's whatever the computer spits out. Jason Ellsworth always engages me. Here he is right now. So it's just whatever the computer. It's totally random. There was a guy named who was it? Anthony Lozano was actually supposed to be the winner of this one. He had 2 weeks to claim the prize. He did not. So that means either he fell off or like he just didn't want it. Either or, I have to give it away. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's really important to stay on top of what we do here, because you don't want to miss out. You don't want to win something and then miss out on it, right? So it's kind of one of those things. But all good, dude. All good. Just keep engaging. You'll get there. I promise. Mr. TNA 2005, BEASTwriter, you need to have a Louis T. What the WFT fan and Volk Lombardi Dallas fan on the podcast, because they are very good when it comes to scouting players. They will come if you ask them. Ooh, interesting. Okay, definitely. Volk Lombardi is a Dallas fan. I do actually follow Volk Lombardi. He has really good insight. I don't know who the Louis T guy is. I never heard of him though, but I will definitely reach out to them. I think that would be fun. I think that would be a fun one. Thank you so much for the advice. A guy called Ed also does, who was it? A Jets fan who also follows us here in the BEASTwriter family, because obviously we cover all 32. Bill emailed me and said, you know what? You need to have, there's another one called Jet Central. I think you'd be good on, because obviously, all 32, teams, and he knows football too. It'd be fun to see what you have to say in comparison to him when it comes to my New York Jets. I said, that'd be awesome. So I love doing this. I love talking football, as long as it's good vibes only. Again, we saw what happened in our last live stream. If you missed it, it was kind of epic. I didn't mean for it to turn out into be a debate. I wasn't the one debating. I was just the moderator. I was just like making sure everything's okay, going well. It got a little bit loud, and I was like, oh man, it's getting real. Not with me. I was just the moderators, like two people in the BEASTwriter family. Actually, one was kind of, I wouldn't say attacking, but being louder than the other one. And yeah, just good vibes only here. Just try to keep it good vibes only. That's what we're here for. A guy called S says, I'm freezing. I need a blanket. Mr. TNA 2005, chat greetings from the great country of Romania. Yes. Thank you so much, Mahalo. I remember you're from Romania. What time is it in Romania right now? Matt Sproul says, good morning. Good morning, Matt. And Matt, do yourself a favor, bro. And I really want you to be entered for these BEASTwriter family giveaways. You're on here already, so just get yourself a YouTube channel, subscribe to your boy. And if you're on YouTube right now, just click the button in the lower right-hand corner of your screen as you stay up to here, as you stay up to date on all things Beast in real time. Also, we have good news. I've been working behind the scenes this weekend on our BEASTwriter family swag that we're launching, so you can purchase that here, or you can also be entered to win those giveaways. So again, I'm doing all this all for you. I'm working with a few vendors. I want the highest quality shirt, so I'm getting some shipped to me as we speak. It should come today. I'm going to test it out. I'm going to put in the washer and the dryer. I'm going to work out with it a few times just to see how the shape holds its form. And if I like the shirt, I'm going to go ahead and purchase more and then slap on our BEASTwriter family logo on it and then get these bad boys out. Again, I'm all about quality. So again, I'm not throwing shit at anyone else, but I'm all about highest quality stuff. So you see here, this thing is freaking 5 years old and it still holds its shape. You see, this is not going anywhere. It's not loose. It's really tight right here, holds its shape. You can put it in the washer and it's all good. And it's all embroidered. It's actually 3D embroidered. So all our stuff, you see how that, look how clean that looks. 3D embroidered. And that's how you know it's good quality stuff. The stitching on it is prime. So all our stuff that we get and made here in the BEASTwriter family, it's all good stuff. So I'm really excited. I know it's going to sell out, and people have been wondering and asking, say, hey, I want to pre-order mine. How can I do it? So sit tight. We're going to get that out to you guys. I'm really excited because, again, these shirts are going to go fast. I'm just going to, just like everything else, they're going to go fast. Just letting you guys know. But it's all good vibes. We'll just keep ordering more. We keep ordering more. We got it. We got it going. So good thing going. Mahalo from the bottom of my heart. Again, without you guys, I wouldn't be in the position I am today. So thank you. Gabriel says from the BEASTwriter family, what might you be hearing about the Patriots? Bill has been making his rounds at all the pro days. I'm hearing that if they don't go after Jimmy Garoppolo, don't be surprised if it's not Mac Jones, but if it's Trey Lance. In fact, I have Trey Lance mocked to the New England Patriots in a trade-up. And again, I talked about this. This is why Dave Ziegler's there. This is why all the Elliott Wolf is there, the two top NFL execs for the New England Patriots. That's why they're there watching Trey Lance's pro days, because, again, I talked about Ziegler. He is Bill Belichick's right-hand man, being on the staff since 2013. Or the front office, I should say, staff, front office, same difference. Don't be surprised if their target is actually Trey Lance and not Mac Jones. Putting it out first. No, I put this out on another live stream. But yes, no one's really talking about that. They all think it's going to be Mac Jones. Ultimately, I think that guy might be Trey Lance. And the reason I say that is because if you look at the schemes, look at the quarterback that they have right now, is Cam Newton, who's a dual threat quarterback who is similar to what Trey Lance brings to the table. If you bring in the Matt Jones, then you have to change up your game plan, change up the personnel with a new personnel grouping who, mind you, was just added to this new formula plan through free agency frenzy. When you take a look at the skill players that they got Hunter Henry and they got John New Smith. That's two tight ends who are going to be working down the seams. So if you're looking for a quarterback to make life easier for the quarterback, well, Cam Newton doesn't go through his progressions very well, but he can definitely hit the wide receiver down the streams. He had Greg Olsen all those years. Why not double down on that with two when obviously Tom Brady back in the early 2000s, or not early 2000s, but in the 2000s, he had who? He had Aaron Hernandez and who else? Rob Gronkowski. So you see what they're doing on doubling down on those gains from the tight end inline blocking position. Ultimately, do not be surprised. Again, and you see what they did at the wide receiver position. They got Nelson Aguilar, right? So you get guys like that, Kendrick Bourne. So all these guys kind of fit the scheme as to how they want their quarterback to play. Don't be surprised if it's Trey Lance. I like Trey Lance a lot. Each day he grows on me. He could end up being the best quarterback in this draft class. Just saying it. Not saying he's going to be, but potentially he could be the best quarterback when it's all said and done 20 years from now. Peter Moore says, someone go grab those 38K subs from Grant's channel to help. Yeah, whatever the case may be, man, hey, get those subscribers over onto here because we give out free stuff every week, bro. That's what I'm saying. We give out free stuff every week. And shoot, if we get 38,000 subscribers, we be doing 10 giveaways a day, 15, 20 giveaways a day. Every single day. Legit. Not joking. It's proven. My track record speaks for itself. We have 240,000 fans on Facebook, right? How do we build that up? Well, it's not based on giveaways, obviously based on analysis, but by doing giveaways, it's just a fun way for me to engage with you guys. And it's just, that's what it's about. It's about good vibes only. So the bigger we get, the bigger we grow, the more I can give back. All right, Michael McCann. Also, what I like to do as well is I do a lot of community service here in the community. So for those who don't know, like we do have like a bag drive here, right? So we do like bag drives and we'll go out and buy socks for the homeless. We do a lot of community work. And it's just, again, like I feel like the more you can give back, the more enriched your life will be. So that's how I've always been raised. I'm always one to give back to the community, to the fan base, to the BEASTwriter family, to Bay Area Rooted. And again, there's so much hate in this world, and it's just crazy to think that we can't all coexist. And we need to all coexist. So that's why I think it's just a good thing that that we're trying to build up here in the BEASTwriter family, where we're bridging all 32 fan bases into one, right? It doesn't matter what team you root for, as long as everyone's respectful and kind and courteous. And in that way, who knows? What if you're wearing a BEASTwriter family shirt at a New York Jets game and you're in New York, or vice versa, and then you see someone with, oh wow, you're part of the BEASTwriter family, and then you guys come together as one and says like, oh man, he's a Jets fan, blah, 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 or he's a Niner fan, blah, 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 or he's a Raider fan, but come on, man, let's get past that. Root for your team hardcore. Not saying that, but be respectful. Jason Ellsworth, what are your thoughts on Tony Jefferson visiting the Niners today? My thoughts is he possibly could be signing as a depth piece and a camp body. Ultimately, I don't think he's going to be getting starting reps, but who knows? Tony Jefferson visiting the 49ers today. Why not kick the tires on him? Gary Maylock says, Ryan, as the Niners grow closer to drafting Trey Lance, I am getting very excited. He will become an all-time Niner great. Gary used to be one of my writers here at NinerFans.com. He's from the old school, has a lot of good information, and he thinks he likes Trey Lance. So he likes Trey Lance. I respect his analysis. I like Trey Lance too. Ultimately, we're going to see how this plays out. Earl Lockett says, what's up, family? What's going on, man? How you doing today, Earl? Mahalo, and thank you for joining the BEASTwriter family. Honored to have you here. This is the debate, right? Phil Lance or Trey Lance? Phil Lance or Trey Lance? That doesn't make sense. Justin Fields or Trey Lance? Who would you rather have? Tobis Earth says, we need cornerbacks. Yes. Why do I keep having a sinking feeling that is indeed Mac Jones? Yes, I don't know. That's going to be interesting, man. Mac Jones. Dan Walker says 49er for life. I love it. Spencer Bailey says, sup, bro? What's going on, Spencer? How you doing? Mahalo. Get yourself a YouTube account, bro, and follow your boy so you can be entered for our Family Friday giveaways, man. Like, I can't stress this enough. I know you guys are on Facebook. You guys are probably on my Facebook channel with 240,000 fans. I'm trying to convert all 240,000 of you into YouTube. So please do me a solid, man, and subscribe to your boy. I'm telling you guys, maybe I'll run some giveaways. I can do it again, cross-reference from Facebook all over into YouTube, but YouTube is the way to go. So do yourself a solid, man. Subscribe to your boy on YouTube, man. I know you're watching on NinerFans.com. I see you. You too, Jason. How you doing, man? Fields or Lance? Yes, it's going to ultimately be one of those guys. Niners All Day says, is it being televised as in the Pro Day? I believe it's not being televised. However, on Path to the Draft at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, they're going to go ahead And there is a film crew there. They're going to show the highlights at 3 p.m. on Path to the Draft. I believe that's the starting time. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wesley Herrera says, what if it's not Fields, Lance, nor Jones? Well, man, one, get yourself a YouTube account, bro, so you subscribe to your boy on YouTube. But secondly, I love your profile picture. It's awesome. Thirdly, if it's not one of those 3/4, man, then who is it? It's going to be Kyle Trask, Kellen Mond. That'd be nuts. That would be nuts. That'd be nuts. Kevin Jeter says, from the BEASTwriter family, you are the man. Beast, you are the man. Thank you so much, Mahalo. No, you are the man. All you guys are my lifeline. You guys have to understand this. I may have the platform, but ultimately, I'd be talking to myself if people like Kevin and Wesley and Gabriel and Mr. TNA and Chris Lee were not on this channel right now, right? As the comments pop up. So thank you so much, Mahalo, for the love. We're going to bring in my man, CJ Ruthless Sports. And if you don't follow this dude, you got to follow this man. I love this guy. He's part of the BEASTwriter family. And always a pleasure talking to this guy. We're going to have him on the show. CJ.
What's up, bro?
Oh, I like that gold chain.
Yeah, I just got it off of Amazon or something.
Bro, that's dope. How you doing?
Doing well, dude. I was just playing that joke on you being late on the stream like a rush hour traffic. That was a joke.
Oh, it's all good, dude. No. That's all good, dude. Hey. Yeah. What are your thoughts, dude, on Trey Lance, dude? I know you love this kid, and he's growing on me by the day. Like, before I go to sleep, I know it's weird. You think of Trey Lance before you go to sleep? That's weird. No, but I think about draft stuff before I go to sleep. And ultimately, last night, I was thinking about Trey Lance. I said it since day one. He has the highest ceiling of any quarterback in this draft. It's very intriguing, right? I think the human nature in us is just in general, right? We're intrigued by the unknown.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know how good any of these people are, but what we do know is Trey Lance has the highest ceiling. That's a fact.
The only thing
that's very intriguing and sexy. That's sexy.
Yeah. The only thing that stands out with Trey Lance is his athleticism, his arm talent, he's young, so he's still got a lot of years, and he's gonna have the edge when it comes to the offense, because I mean Shanahan's gonna run a simple as offense. Like, he runs a very similar offense at North Dakota State. I've been saying it over and over, but
yes, he does.
It's very intriguing that you don't even have to play him right away.
Yeah, exactly. In the description box of this podcast, I echoed that. I said, if they're going to keep Jimmy Garoppolo for one more year, ultimately Jimmy Garoppolo is the scapegoat no matter how you look at it. If he does well, they can always go back and say, you know what, we thought Jimmy was the guy. That's why he gave him one more year. Or you can say, and we were just worried about his health. I mean, yes and no, that's true, but come on, we know where it's going. If he does the team wrong, and well, I shouldn't say does. Well, yeah, because ultimately he'll be blamed for the losses, no matter how you cut it. And they go 3-7, then they can be like, oh yeah, that's why we got this guy, this backup quarterback. Either way, the quarterback's going to be sitting for the first 5 to 6 to 8 games, no matter who comes in. If they keep Jimmy Garoppolo on the roster, which it looks like they will. So ultimately, that quarterback is not going to be playing anyways. So in a nutshell, you're buying time for the quarterback to learn, but then also not putting him in a compromised position where you have to start him right away, and then the 49er fan base will be riding him if the team goes 2-8. 2-6.
Yeah, that would be the only issue there. Is if you play him right away, he's gonna get thrown in the fire. It's kind of exactly what happened with Alex Smith.
Yes,
he was playing right away, and it just didn't bode well, and it took him years to develop. But with Trey Lance, he don't have to be thrown in. He'll learn the offense. He'll know what to do. He knows it's very similar.
Right.
And he'll have he might even beat out Jimmy G, and we might even trade him and get a first-round pick. Who knows? It's just how the season goes. I mean, Russell Wilson beat out what the Packers quarterback, I forget his name, Matt Flynn, and he was supposed to be the starter, right?
Yeah, it's going to be – it's just crazy how – it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know how else to say it. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, I was kind of like thinking the same way when you said the pro day, but let me give you the hints of what can happen. The front office doesn't put stuff out there, so my hint is, since they did have the smokescreen with Mac Jones and then they threw it to Justin Fields, don't you think maybe that Trey Lance is the guy?
I mean, that could be a pick. There's a lot of speculation involved, right? We can go and play this again. The fear of the unknown is what everyone is harping on right now. We're going off people's emotions instead of the analytics and exactly for what it's worth. If you took the media out of it, if there was no Twitter, no Facebook, none of that, and you did this blind, right? And you just picked 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Because let's face it, the NFL is a business. It's all for clickbait. A lot of it's for clickbait. I don't do that, but I'm not throwing shit at people who do. If that's how you make your money, go for it, right? That's how you. I'm not going to tell you how you do your job. That's just not how we do it here in the BEASTwriter family. But I will say this. I will say, if you were to do it blind after the season concluded, Trey Lance wouldn't even be in this discussion. It would be Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, and Zach Wilson. Those were the top 3. I mean, if there was no social media involved and the season ended, that's how it would look.
They would just look at that. They would look at that talent alone because if they didn't have that technology at the time wasn't that big. Now you got a lot of social media, a lot of stuff. You look at a lot of the highlights and you get more into it. Like, I mean, that's just how much it evolves. But I think Trey Lance has the intriguing ceiling to be as good. Like, I keep seeing these comparisons of Josh Allen. I think he's got more better ceiling to be like him, if not better. You know, there's just
No, you're absolutely correct. I think he has the critical factors to be the best quarterback coming out of this draft class, and that coming from me, that says a lot, right? And I talked about what I look for in the quarterback position. You know, I have my own scouting evaluation process. I talk to scouts, talk to director of college scouting, talk to GMs, of course. And it comes down for me, right? And I formulate my own list over the course of the years. And this is how I grade my quarterbacks, right? So I look at 3 top skill sets. One, the number one thing for me is accuracy. Is the guy accurate? Does he get rattled? And can he still make the throw under duress, right? The second one is instincts. You know, his vision is poised to stay calm, cool, and collected inside the pocket, but also has a vision to go through his progressions. Last but not least, this is a new one for me that kind of transcended over the last 3 to 4 years, is a dual threat quarterback. You need the mobility to have a dual threat quarterback. Now, people can go back and say, well, Tom Brady just won the Super Bowl, but how many pure pocket passers are there in the NFL today outside of Tom Brady who are consistently winning? Drew Brees just retired. So when you take that into account and you look at how the NFL rules are transcending toward these pass happy teams to where now the quarterbacks are protected even as a runner, what makes you think that they're not going to have their quarterback run more outside the pocket than in years past? Because again, you can't hit the quarterback high, you can't hit him low. The target area is extremely questionable because you have to, as a defender, kind of guess where he's going to end up when you go ahead and launch that tackling point. So at that point, you're going to be saying, hey, I'm looking for a mobile quarterback. Now, you have to be the most mobile 4-3-9 quarterback, 4-4-1 quarterback like a Justin Fields. No, I'm not saying that. But you have to have the legs to be mobile enough to throw off platform, run those play action passes, especially in Kyle Shanahan's scheme. And that's why I believe Justin Fields or Trey Lance is the guy and not Mac Jones, because Mac Jones is going to set your team back 5 years because we already have that in Jimmy Garoppolo in terms of the skill set. So why would you want to go ahead and get the same skill set or similar skill set with a rookie quarterback who is still unknown at this point? Because if you had to play a guessing man's game, I would rather have Jimmy Garoppolo over Mac Jones at this point in the career if it's only for one more year, because I know what I'm getting with Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't know what I'm getting with Mac Jones because, again, it comes down to the critical factors. And ultimately, if Jimmy Garoppolo can stay healthy, he's a better quarterback than Mac Jones. But time will tell, because at the end of the day, again, the unknown is the unknown. That's why I think Justin Fields or Trey Lance are extremely better fits at number 3 than going after a guy like Matt Jones at number 3. And I'm a huge Roll Tide fan. Everyone knows that. So I keep it 100 all the time.
Yeah, like especially with Justin Fields, you get a lot of like these extended plays. The accuracy is he's gotten better from last year, so you got to give him credit there. Trey Lance, even though with limited playing experience, he does got the raw potential. It's coachable. It's very coachable to where he can be really good. So if anybody else knows how to turn this kind of talent around, it's got to be Shanahan. I mean, come on. Andy Reid turned Patrick Mahomes into a superstar with the benefit. I think this would be the same thing with Trey Lance. He probably would have the best situation. This would be the best fit just to get Trey Lance or Justin Fields, whoever it is at those two quarterbacks. There's no excuse for them to fail at this situation. They got to succeed at that position.
Donald John says, what's up, Beast? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Happy Monday, Donald Johnson. I'm going to call you DJ from now on. Happy birthday, DJ. Or happy birthday. Happy Monday, DJ. Hope you're doing well. All right, let's talk about JC Horn. Everyone's talking about JC Horn. I like JC Horn. He's one of my draft crushes. I believe he can ultimately be potentially, again, like Trey Lance, the top cornerback out of this draft class. Now, I said time and time again that Patrick Surtain is the most fundamentally sound technician student of the game. And then Mel Kiper echoes that in his pre-draft analysis on his big board. So me and Mel Kiper are on the same page here. Ultimately, I think Patrick Surtain is by far the best cornerback in this draft class. Again, he's better suited for a zone type of a scheme. I think J.C. Horn's more tailored to a press man scheme. What are your thoughts on J.C. Horn, and what do you see in his game that you like?
Well, I like his physicality. I like the way he plays the game. Like, they don't throw in his direction as much. Like, you don't see like a lot of these interceptions going his way. Most receivers he plays against, he covers them. So it's like you like that physicality of him. Like, he's not afraid. With Patrick Surtain, he does have great talent, but it seems to me, I've watched some film and I'm like thinking, is this the top corner that everybody's talking about? I've seen some games where he gets beat pretty bad. And I'm like, man, so you're going to put this guy over J.C. Horn?
Which games were you talking about?
Like the game where he had there was quite a few games I remember. Like Patrick Surtain played really terrible against the likes of Clemson and some of the other competition where the best receivers were actually like touring it up. LSU receivers, another one.
LSU
like
game in 2019. So
yeah, but I'm not critical on him like that. He's got really good talent. He'll fit well. It's just when I look at J.C. Horn's difference, I don't see too much of his game like to where I'm like questioning. You know, I'm being a little skeptical with Surtain. Caleb Farley, whoever drafts him, he's going to be a steal. I think even with the back issue, I think he'll be all right. It's like
I think he'll be. Yeah, I agree with you. Sorry to stop you. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
No, my bad, man.
No, my bad. I stopped you. My bad. Go ahead.
No, but the value for the cornerback, like if somehow that Farley slips in the second round for some reason with the back issue, that would be a major steal to get him at the 43 pick.
I agree with you there. I 100%. And I see you smiling because you want it to be the Niners.
Yeah, I do. I do. Hey, come on, man.
I see what you're doing there, buddy.
Bad back. He can't cover. He's hurt.
That's awesome. I agree with you. I think Caleb Farley would be a steal. I do have him dropping though. I don't have him. I have him in that 40 range on my big board. I have him dropping a lot. Again, back problem. Again, maybe because it's me. I'm in the fitness industry, and I work with physical therapists all the time, and being NASM trained and so forth. But the back issue is huge. And no matter how small back problems are chronic. You go Google it right now and see back problems. The first thing that pops up, chronic in bold, chronic injury. You're going to have issues down the road. So if you're looking at it from a GM standpoint, instant gratification versus long-term gains, I'm looking at it at the 5-year outlook. If I'm getting a guy in the first round or even the second round on a 4-year rookie contract, can his back hold up for those 4 years? And ultimately, we have a decision to make if we're going to pick up his 5th-year option as a first-round pick and say, you know what, like he's been injured 2 of the last 3 years. He came in the league with red flags. Let's go back in the scouting report and says this. Now he has another issue that's, his lower back now is hurting. We talked to the chiropractor. He says his alignment's consistently off. You know what I'm saying? Like is it worth extending him on that 5th-year option? I mean, these are things that are going to have. Why take the risk on a player like that when you can easily get a clean bill of health with another player? Ultimately, it comes down to risk versus reward. And I like your thinking because I would take him at pick number 43. I think he would be a steal.
That would be my risk, but I think at the highest he can go to the Cardinals because I think that's where they need a cornerback mostly.
Yeah, ultimately the Cardinals do need a cornerback. That guy can be J.C. Horn. That guy can also be a running back where they go Travis Etienne. I don't see it being obviously Najee Harris. Now, it's funny because, the Cardinals already picked up a plethora of running backs, didn't they? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, James Conner, I believe. Yeah.
There you go. They picked up James Conner, let Kenyon Drake go, right? So
yeah, he went to the Raiders.
Right. So it's just almost like they still have a need at running back. At 16, if I'm GM Steve Keim, the way he operates, and I've known people who work with Steve Keim over the years, his MO is likely. Initially, before they got JJ Watt, I was told that they were going to go edge rusher.
Ooh, that would have been bold right there, but they got JJ Watt, so I think they'll be all right.
Exactly. And that's why I think, and all heads turned for my attention is I said they're going to go running back, or like you said, cornerback. Ultimately, if J.C. Horn falls to them, I think they're going to go cornerback. If he doesn't, and like let's say he gets picked up like the Patriots or a few teams ahead of them, I can see them going after a Travis Etienne. Cliff Kingsbury loves his fast speed demon running backs that fit the zone blocking scheme. Him and Kyler Murray, and that would be dangerous off the art. You know what I mean? Off the zone option, it would be nuts, dude.
That would be kind of like getting another Kenyon Drake for them, but younger and cheaper.
Younger and cheaper, and definitely a better fit. I think Kenyon Drake was good. Ultimately, it comes down to, again, scheme fit. Like you said, I like talking about scheme fits because a lot of these people, they talk about different things, but they don't mention scheme fit. And scheme fit ultimately is a big one. So, all right. So Tony Nagatani says, Alden Smith in trouble again. Is he in trouble? Did Alden Smith get in trouble again?
Yeah, I heard about it. Like, he's wanted in the state of Louisiana for a battery, second or third degree robbery or something that he was wanted for.
Wait, when did that happen?
It was reported today, but I think before when he was signing with Seattle, it wasn't thrown out there until today. So I guess something happened.
What the frick?
Dude, Alden, you had the potential in the world to be maybe a first ballot, but now all that trouble, man. No wonder why your name's Alden, bro. You're all trouble.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Come on. That's ridiculous. Wow. Look at all. Jan Paul Edwards says,
no. Oh, yeah, but if you check out my reaction on Alden Smith signing with the Seattle Seahawks, dude, I had like a bunch of Seattle fans going on my comments trashing me, dude. Like, I got like 14 because I was just giving my opinion and they just took it the wrong way.
What did you say?
Like, all I just said is like, you guys like to take our sloppy seconds, but I think you guys did a good pickup. And then they just do like 14. Dude, I'm still getting like over like 1,400 views out of that. And dude, a lot of angry Seattle fans coming at me.
Was that a live stream?
No, it was a video that posted like 3 days ago.
Oh, you did it. You did it 3 days. Oh, when they picked him up. Gotcha.
Yeah, dude. I saw my friend who's a Seahawks fan, so he put it out there, and I just had nothing else to post. So I said, you know what? I'll just put it randomly. That's and then hilarious. It just hit off.
Rashi from the BEASTwriter family says, is Lance the smokescreen or for Fields, or is Fields the smokescreen for Lance? That's a good question. What do you think? I don't know.
I think Matt Jones is the definition of the smokescreen because I think when it comes to Kyle Shanahan wanting to evolve his offense, you're going to need a mobile quarterback, and somebody like Justin Fields and Trey Lance are going to transcend your offense and make it more explosive. And Shanahan did say he is willing to be more open with a mobile quarterback, so he didn't deny that.
Right. Well, all right. Thank you so much, CJ Ruthless Sports, for chiming in, man. Mahalo, and I appreciate you coming on the show.
All right, no problem, man. Can I get that COVID mask?
Hey, keep engaging. Hey, bro, this is how you win. Keep engaging. Again, everything the computer spits out some random names. Like I said, the first winner, he engaged with us like 2 times, and I was like, whoa, how'd that happen? But hey, it's whatever the computer spits out. So definitely
I'll just be sure to share you
this one. So,
I'll be sure to put it on the community tab and put your channel out there, and then I'll let other. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, thank you for the love, man, and mahalo. And we'll do the same. We'll definitely collab, and I'll hop on your show too to give you some love.
All right, man. No problem. Just DM me or something, and we can figure it out.
I'll slide in your DM, man, for sure.
Oh, the gym.
All right, dude. Take it easy.
I'm getting toned like you a little bit.
Oh, there you go, bro. There you go. You got it. All right, man. Take it easy. All right, peace. All right, we have John J on from the BEASTwriter family. How are you doing from Fortnite's Ultimate Report? Alex Faulkner says, Happy Monday, Beast. Happy Monday to you. What is your question, John J? Or what is your, I guess, what do you have on your mind, I should say?
Well, there's a lot of stuff on my mind, but I think the big thing that, that I want to talk about is, Trey Lance. And, I've been probably the first person. I think I was the first person early when my channel had like under 100 subscribers where I said Trey Lance at number 12. I talked about his stats and all the information. Now has the 49ers are having their pro day today, like one of the things that, I got into it with a person yesterday night is that, people say Trey Lance, because of the college he went to and the competition that he went to, he should not even be a first-round pick, which is BS to me.
Who said that?
Huh?
Who said that?
I was on a conversation last night on another podcast with
What podcast?
Rumble. I always call on Rumble, and there were people.
Rumble Sports.
Yeah, and a lot of people they always hate on me on the chat, and I love it. People think like it gets to me. It doesn't get to me.
Wait, what do they say?
Oh, basically, they were saying I'm delusional. That Trey Lance,
and they let that happen.
Better.
Wait, who's letting that happen?
Hmm?
Oh, are they live comments or something that you can't?
like Rumble has about like 25,000 subscribers, so the comments flow in like every second.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So basically, I'm like Mac Jones. Went to Alabama. I know you like Alabama.
I love Alabama.
Yeah, but you are a person who's very critical on Mac Jones. And I understand that. The same thing with me. And one thing that a lot of people are saying that Mac Jones, even though he's not the number 1 quarterback, the number 2 quarterback, the number 3 quarterback, he's the number 5 quarterback. I have him. I have my own board. I don't do the NFL board, the ESPN board. I have my own board, basically pro ready, and I don't have a quarterback number 1. I have Penei Sewell. I have what's his name, Pitts from Florida, the top guys who are going to be really good. I have Jamar Chase at number 3. I don't have a quarterback at number 3 because these guys are really good. But because the quarterbacks are pushed up, that's why I have my own board. And I have Kyle Trask better than Mac Jones. It's not because, I'm a
you have
I'm a
better
Kyle
than Mac
Trask
Jones.
guy. Because I watch Kyle Trask. He's more mobile. He has a better throw. He throws when there's tight coverage. Yes, he had a tight end in Kyle Pitts. He's not afraid to run into the pocket when the tacklers are going after him. Mac Jones drops back and throws a lot of checkdowns and a lot of deep throws.
Mm-hmm.
In the NFL, you cannot do that. But I don't know what's wrong with these experts. They make more money than me. They have bigger platforms. So, I'm sick and tired of these people and even the fans. And they can attack me. They can say whatever they want because at the end of the day, I can care less. I do the reporting. I report a topic and I talk about it. And Trey Lance is very fluid when he throws the ball. Very fluid when he throws the ball, which is really good.
What does Rombo think about the whole situation?
Yeah, his opinion is that because Kyle Shanahan has had Kirk Cousins, Matt Ryan.
This is Mac Jones. So I already know what you're going with that. That's what people are saying though.
Mm-hmm.
But what's his own analysis on it? Is he just going by what people are saying?
He's basically going what he knows in the 4 years that Garoppolo, Matt Ryan, Matt Schaub. I mean, that's the only quarterback he had. RG3. Mm-hmm. Who was a mobile quarterback, and what happens if RG3 didn't get hurt? That's what happened while he went downhill. But at the end of the day, one of the things that nobody wants to talk about is that Jeff Garcia, when he was a quarterback, he was kind of mobile, but he wasn't a running quarterback like Lamar Jackson. Steve Young was a really good pocket passer, but
Jeff Garcia was considered back. You got to remember when Jeff Garcia took precedent there. That was his first start was against the Tennessee Titans at home game, and I think it was a battle of 4-4-2 teams or something like that. He was labeled as a dual threat quarterback. I mean, obviously not the Lamar Jackson type, but for that day and age, he was like the modern day dual threat quarterback. So I will say that. Now, with that being said, I see your point. I see, and I apologize for their actions, because that's again, like everybody runs their podcast. So this is not throwing shade at anyone, but how I would like to run my podcast is like it's all about good vibes only. So if there's anyone throwing shade at anyone here, that's not what we're about. And they can go. I mean, because again, it's not just monitoring 49ers fans here or 49ers family members here. It's all 32 different fan bases. So it's really, you got to times that by 31, and then I have to moderate everything, and that's fine. That's the way I like to do things. Ultimately, that's how we're growing so fast, right? Because the last thing I want is, I got to put myself in your shoes or anyone else's shoes, is when they voice their opinion, I don't want them to feel like they're going to get backlash for setting their opinion. Now, saying something as fact, now calling it as fact is one thing. Like if someone came out and said you're dumb, your credibility sucks, you don't know what you're talking, then that's when I have a problem, because like, yo, who are you to come into our house here in the BEASTwriter family and start throwing shade when you have no presence on what exactly you're talking about? So that's a little different there. But for the most part, I mean, that's what we're trying to promote is the whole good vibes. And I'm happy that you can feel free enough to come in to hop onto our live stream and be authentic with your engagement to where whether or not I agree or someone else's agree or disagrees with you, we all have an opinion. At the end of the day, time will tell who's right. And again, that's why I want you to voice your opinion, because credibility is all about getting it right, not getting it wrong. If you're more right than you're wrong, you're going to grow. If you're not, you're going to fall back, right? So as unfair as that is, that's just the way the NFL media game is played. And I'm happy that you're taking a stance and sticking to your guns, because again, you're right. You do have to have thick skin in this industry. And mahalo for you. And we're all trying to like build up like a strong community here. And for me, I want to build up the strong community where I want to encourage you or any aspiring person that wants to hit the NFL media. I mean, I get emails by every single day. I probably get 7 or 8 emails every day about how did you do what you did? How were you the first, person to break into the NFL media as a San Francisco 49ers beat writer being self-employed? Like I'm the first one in history to be self-employed and make it in with the 49ers as the beat writer. I will probably be releasing my tricks of the trades on how to go ahead about doing that. If that's your career path. Ultimately, it comes down to this. You have to be good with people and you have to know your niche. If you don't know your niche, you're not going to go far in life. You have to know your niche, and then you have to be willing to understand no matter how big or how much exposure or how big of an influence you have on any social media platform, that you don't let it get to your head, that you always give back to the fans. Because let's face it, without the fans, we wouldn't be having this conversation, right? And here I am with 240,000 fans across all my social media platforms, probably around, to be honest with you, probably around, close to 500,000, right? And all my social media platforms. But cool story, bro. Like, how did you get there? You didn't get there by accident. There was all these people that helped you get there. And now that you're big, I see a lot of these people just kind of like, oh, well, I'm up here now and I don't care about you. It's just like, no, that's not how we do things here. That's one of the things that I wasn't raised that way. I'm always going to give back. I'm always going to talk highly about the BEASTwriter family and tell you guys, look, like whatever happens outside of what opinion you have regarding the NFL draft or anything else, one thing you got to remember is stay true to yourself at the end of the day. So that's what I got to say about that.
Well, I don't mean to cut you off, but
no, you're good.
Spams and all those people, they don't really get to me because, I'm 31, I'm still a pup, but I'm old school. Like if you have something to say to my face, it's better to talk it out. I don't believe in arguments. I don't believe in fighting because no one has time for that. But I understand people have opinions, like when I watch your show, when I watch and listen to you, I don't take it as holy of holy, that you're not perfect. There are things I disagree with you, but it's great that we have that dialogue. And that's why I created my channel, because I want dialogue. And even if a person thinks, I'm clueless, I'm an idiot, it's okay, because guess what? I wake up very early in the morning. I read like tons of articles. I just don't. And then also being a content creator is really hard. But at the end of the day, when I put a product out there, I'm satisfied. And if people enjoy it, that's great. And if people give me a lot of love, because, that old school nature, I'm like, you don't have to give me that much love. But I appreciate, the great compliments. And that's just who I am. So at the end of the day, that's why I like your channel, because you allow us to come up here and give you our opinions. And, just like your last show, the two guys were arguing about Justin Fields and Mac Jones. And I love that. I love dialogue. But at the end of the day, on draft day, 2/3 of the 49er fan base are going to be really mad. Oh, man, I wanted Mac Jones. Now I got to root for Justin Fields, or I got to root for Trey Lance. Oh, I now have to root for Mac Jones, and he's a horrible quarterback, but it is what it is. So that's how I see it, and I love conversation. And hopefully if I ever get big like you, that's just hopefully it's a slow game. And, that's why, I love, channels like yours, because you're authentic.
Thank you.
You never flip-flop, and you allow people with different opinions to come on your show. And that's why everyone who's live right now, subscribe to this guy's channel.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I think, I appreciate the kind words, and you'll get there, man. Like, the thing about it is, like, it comes with consistency. I mean, having thick skin is one thing. I mean, the racist stuff, it's tough, especially in today's society. The way everything's trending right now, I get racist stuff in my emails. I get DMs on Instagram. This is nothing new, though. It's happening ever since 2013 when I became a beat writer. Actually, it happened back in 2012. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I was getting death threats on Facebook, and some of these Facebook groups, I'm not going to name them, but we all know who they are. Death threats to the point where the police got involved. Yes, absolutely. So, and it was because I was right. You know what I mean? But at the time, you got to remember, like 2012, I wasn't a beat writer then. 2013 is when people were like, oh, well, he actually is somebody. But 2012, I was still the same. I was still providing. Actually, I would even argue I was better in 2012 than I was when I broke in with the beat on 2013. And so my analysis was just on point, and when I was named top area blogger by NBC Bay Area News back in 2013, that's when people were like, oh, wow, that's the guy. And he was right. See, when people especially on Facebook, I'm not throwing shit at people on Facebook. I'm on Facebook too. I love Facebook and I love the groups. However, people always try to one up each other. And especially on YouTube, doesn't matter what platform, YouTube, Twitter, same thing. I've always kept it 100. So like I said, if you're right, they cannot argue. And that's why they'll get upset, is because it's like, dude, go look at my receipts, bro. Like, check them out. What did you say? And then that's when the racist starts coming, because they'd have nothing else better to say. But in a sense, when they were attacking you in real time and all you said was time will tell, and time did tell, and then you put it back on them and then retweet them, and then they either unfollow you or whatever. Well, they did it to themselves, bro, because they're the one coming at you sideways, and all you said was, okay, I respect your opinion, time will tell, and then repost it, makes them look dumb. You don't have to do anything. You just let them do So the best advice I could say is have thick skin and do the right thing. But thank you so much for hopping on the show. I really appreciate it, man.
All right, man. Thanks for having me on. And of course, it's a crazy world. And I live in San Francisco, and I have neighbors. Not just people. What's going on, but there are people who call me and tell me I'm afraid to go outside. I'm like, welcome to the world we live in. It's not perfect, but at the end of the day, people like you, people like me, we have a voice. We have to use it. We should not be scared to use it, even if it scares other people. Because at the end of the day, channels like yours, channels like mine, we welcome, invite people. And if you're gonna be a troublemaker, go find another platform. But thank you very much for having me on. It's always good talking to you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, we have the Friday 2:30 p.m. live stream winner, Anthony Nagatani. What is going on, man?
Can you hear me, Beast? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hey, congratulations and mahalo for winning this, bro.
Dude, mahalo to you, sir, and much aloha, dude. I'm stoked to get that thing. I already sent you an email with my address, and let me know if shipping to Hawaii is like an issue, because I can do.
Right, I'm going to look right now, make sure I got it, because I want to make sure you sent it to the right person. If you sent to the wrong person, that'd be bad. Let me just make sure. I'm opening my email right now. I got like 7 different emails. But yeah, how you doing today, man?
Dude, I'm doing all right, man.
I got it. Okay.
I'm doing all right. I just wanted to. I work from home from Honolulu, so I kind of just taking a little break right now, and I'm always tuning into your live streams because the thing I love about watching your channel is the way that you give insightful source-based reporting, but you also have like a personal fitness angle. So you have the frame of reference to be able to size up the players, like unlike pretty much every other modern sports journalist. You have that like physical insight, and so just projecting talent from college to the NFL and just knowing physically like what can and can't be done like to an athlete's body. I find that really, really fascinating and something that it doesn't really get talked about like a whole lot, and especially not very credibly. So it's really neat to hear you talk about that. So just as a request, like wherever you can, talk about like where you think like athletes could get better from like a purely training standpoint. Like I'd love to hear some more of that stuff, because I find that fascinating,
Oh, no, awesome. No, and I know you follow me on Twitter, and we follow each other on Twitter, and then you DM me. So it's good to see your face. By the way, you're from Honolulu?
Yeah, born and raised. Although I've lived in California for a long time.
Okay, so my grandfather was born in Honolulu. My sister is actually a counselor at KCC.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Shannon Sakamoto. So if you see her around, Shannon
so
Sakamoto at KCC, she lives there with her brother-in-law. But yeah, I have family out there too. So I'm gonna make a trip out there sometime. Maybe we can meet up. That'd be cool. Once, obviously, COVID opens up and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that'd be cool. I have a lot of Honolulu fans, or Hawaii fans, people from Hawaii, all over. It's crazy, and that's the whole BEASTwriter logo that you see up there. We're coming up with swag, man, and I know people want that stuff, so that's gonna be launching. But no, thank you so much for the kind words, man. Hop onto the live stream ever. That's good. That's a good mic you have there. The voice quality is legit.
Oh, thank you. It's Audio Technica AR 200 or something. So under $100, but I don't know. I've done some podcasting in the past too, so you got to have a pretty good mic to do that. So that's actually
a really good. Everyone has the Audio Technica. I think I have one, but it's more the one that you hold up. So is that the one that you can hold up?
Yeah, no, it's just like a karaoke mic. I just bought this like mount for it so I could type, or I also sing too, so I'm working on an audition for a play at the end of the week too. So anyway, long story short though, this is actually supposed to be a handheld mic, but I just bought a little mount for it. So
that's
Amazon's
awesome,
a cool thing,
dude. I would love to have you hop on the show every time, bro. No, literally. Because hearing these things again, the BEASTwriter family logo is fitness. You see the barbell, and then you see the football shield. So that's why I made that logo. And you see the hibiscus there, obviously, because I'm rooted in Hawaii from my grandfather's side, and I have family there. So it's all about the home. I call it home of the good vibes only here, right?
Heck yeah.
BEASTwriter family or social media engagement is encouraged, and then home of the good vibes only. Because we have all 32 fan bases in here. And the thing about it is, football is not 24/7, but bettering yourself is.
Yep.
All right. So how do you better yourself with diet, nutrition, workout plans? That's all me. Like to be honest with you, on Instagram, again, this is new on YouTube, but on Instagram, I know you follow me on Twitter, but on Instagram, that was my fitspiration. I use that solely for my fitness grind. And that's why a lot of the 49ers fans were like, to be honest with you, I was personal training them. Like I was personal training and doing online coaching with a lot of them who were like remotely. And girls, guys of all ages, and they all got results. And I just kind of do that as kind of like my fun little hobby here. It turned out into a great thing, because I like seeing people like you and engaging with people like you, because again, football is going to die down once the draft is over in a couple weeks. Right. So that's why I want to bridge and talk about keep going with the fitness side, because we're here. It's not just football. It's football, fitness. It could be like bringing up and raising the local communities in your local area. So if you have a place that, like we can do like a mom and pop shop, or if you have an audition, if you see a struggling business that you want to give a shout out to, I mean, go ahead and do that. That's what it's about. And that's why these live streams, like I'll be doing live streams at local pop-ups here in the South Bay, in the Bay Area, where I'll actually be at the physical location there. And if people want to come and meet me, they can go to that physical location. So it drives traffic to their business.
Heck
and like Arun Singh here, like Arun Singh has a business called Boss Man's Pizza here. We're gonna kind of work on a thing where I can do a live stream at his place. It has 4.5 stars on Yelp. It's really well known. It's an Indian pizzeria here in the South Bay, and I think it'd be a good thing going. I mean, like he supports me, I want to support him. So it's all about good vibes only, not just football. It's not just football here. It's everything.
Yeah. No, I really love that just, the aloha mentality that you bring to all of your live streams. It's really cool. You're very accepting and it's not about being mean to people, and it's not about hot takes. It's about, this like actual, thoughtful reporting, and thoughtful conversations about the NFL and also, fitness and working out, which is also very, very critical for life. So, hey, may I ask you a question about an NFL player while I'm up here?
Yeah. You can ask whatever you want.
Cool.
The floor is yours. Anything, fitness, anything. I want you to ask fitness, to be honest with you. But go ahead.
Well, I need to get more fit before I do that. But I, for NFL wise, so last night I did one of Ronvo Sports's like mock GM sessions.
Okay.
And I had a really good time because I used the PFF draft simulator, and that AI is all sorts of crazy that runs that draft simulator. Essentially, like I traded down 3 times in the first round, picked up ultimately 6 first-round draft picks in 2022, and still landed Mac Jones at 15. But I ended up picking up a bunch of really good players, and I picked the players, and then I kind of did like a reverse scouting of them all because I was going off of what I knew and then reading about the rankings as I was drafting. But I came across this guy, and I put this in the comments. So when you see it in the comments, you can disregard it. But Bobby Brown III from Texas A&M. He's a defensive interior guy. I was wondering if you had the chance to scout him because he really struck me as somebody from the mental POV of the game was very, very special. And I think he's like 6'5", like 325. He plays nose tackle, so he's not a very glamorous position. But I was wondering, have you had the chance to scout him? And I was curious what you thought.
I'll be honest with you, I have not scouted him.
Cool. Okay.
I will now. What's his name?
It's Bobby Brown III.
Okay. From where?
Check him out. From Texas A&M.
Texas A&M. I will go ahead and I know some people at Texas A&M too, so I'm going to cross check with those people too, and I'll let you know what I'm hearing. As well before. So what I do is I scout the player first, then I cross check with my references to see if I'm seeing what they're seeing, and then I formulate my final analysis. So I'll get back to you on Bobby Brown. But that's great. That's great insight. Hey, that means you're doing your due diligence, man.
Well, yeah, it's funny. I did the draft. The comment section went all crazy because I took a little outside the box approach for it all. But it was an excellent time. Just, I don't know. I know you also are a fan of Ronbo, and he gives fans a forum to really play around. And so he's just got a great attitude, similar to you, just a very accepting, open atmosphere. And I try to give you shout outs whenever I'm on that show. Whenever I use like your intel, because that's what it is the thing, I watch a lot of 49ers Twitter. Like I work remotely from a computer station all the time. And what do you do for work? I edit television shows for a living. Are you serious? Yeah. So COVID happened and I moved back to Honolulu where I was born and raised. I was in LA before all this. And so, but no, I work for, my cat's about to photobomb this, by the way. I work for Jay Leno on his YouTube show and on his CNBC show. And so, my days are spent taking care of footage. Yeah. Sorry.
Are you being serious? That's who's your cat? Who's your cat? Let me see your cat. I want to see your cat.
This is Basil. Basil is his name. Yeah, he's a bit of a pain in the butt right now. But okay, he wants down. But yeah, that's Basil, my cat. Sorry. So not just Dante Pettis likes cats. Is all I can say there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
All right. So I know you have fitness questions. You had to ask me some fitness questions, man, because obviously, yes, please do.
So here's my deal, right? So I used to be about 100 pounds heavier than I am right now. Okay. And I read a book 7 years ago now called The 4-Hour Body by a guy named Tim Ferriss. And he introduced me to the concept of like a low glycemic diet. Coupled with a weekly cheat day to make it sustainable. And I had dramatic weight loss, about 100 pounds, and I fluctuate now, but 100 pounds, give or take, because of the fact that like I only do like low glycemic carbs, except on Sundays, which is my cheat day when like I let myself kind of go a little bit. Now, I'm getting older. I'm turning 40 this year, and I need to really get into like physical fitness from a cardiovascular and just building more muscle sense just to enjoy like a longer lifespan and all those sorts of things. And so the thing I'm worried about is coupling essentially a keto / low glycemic diet that I have with weight training. And so I would very much like to be able to trim down, but do it and maybe bulk up a little bit, but do it in a healthy way that is compliant with the sustainable eating lifestyle that I've sort of forged ahead to be able to maintain my weight loss. And so I've recently done high intensity interval training and it kicked my butt like hardcore. And I just, I want to know like nutritionally kind of what are the things that I can do within my guidelines, in order to be able to have maximize my results, I would say.
Okay, great question. There's a lot of moving parts here. Ultimately, everyone digests and metabolizes food differently. Your metabolic rate also has an effect on that. Obviously, when you do HIIT training, you want to know that your heart's always in the fat burning zone, so you're burning the fat instead of the muscle tissue. So make sure that those things are in play. As far as the diet and nutrition outside of the gym, getting those gains and tailoring back those gains, you're on what's called a low glycemic index diet, correct? Yeah. So you're eating foods with little to no sugar, no starch.
Correct.
Okay. So what you want to do is actually you want to spike your insulin levels pre and post workout.
Really? Pre and post?
Pre and post workout. You want to have like, here, I'll tell you what I eat.
Okay.
So obviously in Honolulu, you guys have Costco. So I just go to Costco and I buy a $9.99 bag or box of Rice Krispie treats.
Okay.
One, if you look on the macros on this thing, it currently has 17 grams of carbs. So on the box, okay. So there's 17 grams of carbs in one of these, all right? 17 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fat, right? And like little to no protein, which is fine because ultimately pre and post workout, you're going to want to have a protein shake. Do you have protein shakes? Okay.
You know what I've been doing? I've been making like, well, I've been using like collagen peptide powder to make a protein shake type of a thing. Okay.
Perfect. So if you have that pre and post, you'll be fine. What you need though is after your workout, the storage form of carbohydrate is called glycogen. So your body would be what's called glycogen depleted. That's why when I train these athletes and train these NFL players, which I do in the off season regularly, we will eat these. Like I will bring these with me, or they'll have them. I'm serious. And inside the gym, people are giving us weird stares. I mean, people documented it like, oh, look at BEASTwriter. And, I'm not going to name the players, but, we go to a private gym and then they'll be like, oh, look at their eating. But then look at this guy's ripped, right? It's like, well, because of the fact, like during your workout, you're losing a lot of glycogen. So what's going to fill your workout? If you notice I would say, if you're doing like a HIIT training session, I would say about 75% through, you're going to be really tired.
Yeah, that's it hits me hard. And I mean, I do the Orange Theory where they have the Fitbit, so I'm keeping my heart rate in the all that, which I love all that because it helps to helps me to see, but it kicks my butt and I just feel so depleted towards the end that like during stretch sessions I'm just like I just want to faint almost, so and I worry it's my diet that's making that happen.
Right. And you also want to make sure you're drinking BCAAs. Are you drinking any BCAAs or branched chain amino acids?
I don't. Where can I find those? What are what foods does that naturally occur in?
Well, I'm sponsored by Evogen, but usually BCAAs, basically you want a certain ratio and you can't get that from food. What you want is you want a 2-1-1 ratio. So there's leucine, isoleucine, and valine, right? So leucine is the one for the one that's going to give you that anabolic like strength and so forth, right? So you really want a 2-1-1 ratio, and you want fermented BCAAs. Fermented BCAAs, there's a difference between fermented and unfermented. Unfermented is the cheap stuff. So if you see any BCAA that's unfermented, basically it's laced with human hair and duck feathers.
Lovely. Okay.
So that's why you want, I know, that's why you want stuff that's fermented when it comes to BCAAs, because it's the purest form. And then you also have, you want to look for third-party testing in any supplement. So have what's called a trusted source. So any when I give athletes BCAAs or protein, I want to make sure that it's a trusted source from a third party and not what's called borrowed science. When something is borrowed science, it means like you'll see a thing called a matrix or a blend on the labeling. Well, you don't know the exact amount of those ingredients in that blend, and you don't know exactly how much you're getting. Is it just a filler? Is it just words to hype up that it's healthy, that it's better for you? I don't like that. I like everything to be transparent. So that's why when I look at labeling, I really look at it and say, okay, one, for BCAAs, is it fermented? Okay, cool. All right. Does it have a 2-1-1 ratio? Leucine, isoleucine to valine. Cool. Then it's good. And then you want to break it down into the ingredients. It's not regulated by the FDA. None of the stuff is.
Oh wow.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, none of the supplements are regulated by the FDA. So you really want to make sure that the ingredients, it says what's in the ingredients. And if it has some weird stuff in there that you really can't pronounce, odds are it's probably bad for you. So you want the purest stuff. And then you can double check with me. You have my email now. You can go to my DM. But, hey, Ryan, I have some questions. And then we can go ahead and talk further. I'll email you back as well. And if you have any like this is what I get, I want aside from the whole football stuff and like being spot on with predictions and my analysis, it's all about helping you grow as a person, bettering you as a person. How do we do that? And that's what I think is going to separate me as opposed to everyone else is my fitness grind. Because then when I talk about the combine or talk about certain things and what I look for, to be honest with you, I keep in touch with all the strength and conditioning coaches that the 49ers have had since, I became a beat writer. Why is that? Because we talk, like we talk on that wavelength. We know. They know I work out with their players. They know so they ask me because they can't do it during the season. That's illegal, or during the off season. That's illegal. So they, sometimes, people, hey, Ryan, I need a workout. Can you help me out? Sure. Let's do it. Let's get you on some kind of program. So that's why it's very tailored to and specific toward, your goals. And ultimately the supplement part, and I hate to say it, but a lot of athletes, they don't even know what to look for. So that's why when they get tested positive for PEDs and stuff like that, well, I didn't know I couldn't take this testosterone booster. Well, it was a banned substance, and it's on the banned substance list that the NFLPA gives you every single year. So the NFLPA has a banned substance list, and they tell you things to look for on the ingredient factors, on things to stay away from. So when an athlete comes out and actually says, well, I didn't know, maybe he didn't know, but to be honest with you, more times than not, he knows what he's putting in his body, and he knows that you shouldn't be buying these over-the-counter supplements.
Totally.
Now, again, when it comes to me, I know everything, so I take the guesswork out of it for them. Like, you know what, this is a third party. So that's why the same thing with you. If you have something or some concerns, shoot them my way. There's a lot of good BCAAs. There's a lot of good whey protein isolates. If you're, you being Asian, I don't know about you, but I am lactose intolerant. So,
I have some issues. The older I get, the more issues I have. So yeah.
Okay, good. Or not good, but you're on the same wavelength as me. It's same thing with me. So with that being said, you want to get a whey protein isolate that really is fast metabolizing. So you have a thing called a whey protein isolate, which is a WPI, or a hydrolyzed whey protein. So there's different types of whey protein. So when people say, "Are you on whey protein?" Well, there's different types and different filtration processes. Ultimately, the more and higher grade it is, it's going to be more expensive. So you just have
that makes sense.
You just have to look what to look for. But those are the two things that I would start off with you is, one, or anyone who's watching this, is whey protein isolate, either a hydrolyzed form or just a simple WPI, and then a BCA that's fermented based. Those are my top two recommendations. And then from there, there's other stuff that you can take, but that would be a good strong point. Like when I go to the gym, people say, "Hey, Ryan, hey, Anthony, like if you wanted to go to the gym in Hawaii, like let's say we want to go to Kapiolani, right? And fucking get a workout, or I didn't mean cuss, but get a workout in, freaking workout in. And then, I said freaking, and then, we can go there and say, let's go to 24, get a workout in. Cool, let's do it. And then we go there, and you'd be like, okay, how long are you going to take? I'm like, dude, it's going to take me at least 45 minutes to an hour to get ready, because I have to eat my pre-workout meal, which is oatmeal and brown sugar. And the reason why I put oatmeal and brown sugar instead of oatmeal and almond butter is because, one, you want something that's, again, high glycemic. Well, you want the dietary fiber from the oatmeal to last long throughout the workout, but then you want the high glycemic foods to really get that blood flow. You get high glycemic food, you're going to get that pump. And that's why when I post my workouts, you see that huge pump that I get. And it's just gnarly. And people look at me like, dude, this guy's nuts. Well, there's a process to it before stepping foot inside the gym. And that's what people don't understand. When I see players, and when I'm at the 49ers at Levi Stadium, and I see what they're eating pre and post workout, I tell them, I'll be like, dude, like, why are you eating that? Like, why are you eating a protein bar? Oh, well, because it's everyone eats a protein. It's like, no, look at the macros on it. They claim that it's a protein bar, but it has more carbs than protein. Like you can get the same amount of protein and less carbs in Halo Top ice cream. So why don't you just eat Halo Top ice cream? And they're like, what do you mean? And they don't really know. No, I'm serious. And they really don't know how to read the labeling. So I actually walk them through the process, saying, here, look, and the gains that they got tenfold. And their stats on the field, forget how they look. On the field, their stats doubled. Legit. Like one
That's
player
amazing.
had three interceptions one year. He had 6 interceptions the next year. The other one had 7 PBUs. The next year he had 12 PBUs. And was graded, my grading system graded out exponentially higher, and then got his second contract. So these are things these are things that you look for again. And these are things I can help you with, because I know you really want my advice, and you ask me all the time. And I think you're kind of like pulling back saying, oh, because I'm so busy, but I'm willing to help you, man. Like I'm here for you.
Mahalo, dude. Listen, I got to hop off because I got a couple of work emails I have to go take care of. I wish I could talk longer with you, but Ryan, man, thank you very, very much for your insights. I'm going to hit you up about those BPHs because I have questions about like when to take them and before and after and stuff. But I'll hit you up on email. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Mahalo, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Aloha.
All right. That was Anthony Nagatani, the winner of the BEASTwriter family. Here we have a question from my girl, Mel. Morning, Beast. Do you have a top 3 sleeper pick list of wide receivers? A top 3 sleeper pick. Look at Mel always asking me the hard questions on my sleeper picks, because she knows, talk to her all the time. Mel is so funny. We need Mel on the show. I think that's what we need. Sleeper picks: Elijah Moore, Terrace Marshall. I like Rashad Bateman. Also like Rondale Moore. Those are 4 sleeper wide receiver picks that I like. I don't have a top 3. All right. Thank you so much. And mahalo for the super chat. I appreciate the love. Spencer Bailey. Also, mahalo for the super chat and super sticker. If you guys want to know what a super chat is, this is what it is. He says, thoughts on safety Tony Jefferson maybe signing with the Niners. Also, what is a position of need for the squad? Tony Jefferson would be a nice signing for the Niners. He'd be a nice death piece in case Jaquaski Tart gets hurt. Also, what is the position of need for the squad? Well, there's a plethora of different needs. I think running back and wide receiver are still pressing needs for them. Obviously, if they can address the offensive line, they still need an edge rusher. I'm not sold that, in case Nick Bosa gets hurt, that they actually have someone who can actually replicate that type of production. And so they need help there. And obviously, cornerback, they signed Jason Verrett to a 1-year prove-it deal, and they signed Emmanuel Mosley to a 2-year deal. Ultimately, those are instant gratification versus long-term gains, so they're really not long-term answers. I would like to see and try to get a cornerback on day 2. All right. Thank you so much, and mahalo for the super chat. Really appreciate the love and support. Robert Watson, thank you so much, and mahalo to you for the super sticker. I appreciate the love, Robert Watson, and he was our first BEASTwriter family giveaway winner. Thank you so much, and mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. All right, let's see. Do we have any other questions here? Let's see here. Yes, we do. Peter says, Beast, what is your opinion on Lombardi's opinion on Fields? I knew this question was asked. I talked about this earlier in the live stream. Look, Lombardi is very well respected. He's very well connected to the 49ers, so his sources are strong. With that being said, I still believe it's Justin Fields. So take that how you want it. I still that being Justin Fields. If not Justin Fields and Zach Wilson's off the board, obviously Zach Wilson's number 1A. I've been saying that since day 1. If he ultimately goes to the New York Jets or goes before the San Francisco 49ers pick at 3, ultimately it's going to come down to Justin Fields and Trey Lance. And I don't think it's going to be Mac Jones. So that's what I have to say about that. I'm not going to put too much stock into what he says. I'm not going to get in a Twitter war or a Twitter beef with him. Just no point for that. Time will tell. I mean, is it in fact yet? I mean, if that really has the draft came yet? No. So all this is just blah. Gabriel from the BEASTwriter family. It's about having a conversation, not an argument. We likely aren't going to change one another's opinion, but at least we can understand each other's point of view. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, okay, says also Beast Bro, do you stay with the real info? Thank you so much. I appreciate the love and support. Yeah, okay, I see you, my man. All right, let's see what other questions we have. John J says, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all speculation and having that constructive dialogue. Collins knows what they're doing. Whoever they pick, it's Niners all day. Yay, area. There you go. And we're gonna have whatchamacallit. What am I drawing a blank? We are gonna have Jerry Yang on the show as soon as possible. If you want to tune in, just go ahead and go to the live call in. Go in here and you can discuss with me 24/7, 365 on this live stream. Good things going as long as this live stream keeps going. All right. Gabriel says, unpopular question. What do you think about Geno Smith? He's been a backup, but does he deserve another shake? He learned behind Vic, Fitzmagic, Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning, and Russell Wilson. No, I think he's done. Man. All right. Let's see here. Fernando Perez says, Jordan Matthews catching balls from Trey Lance at pro days. I don't know. Trey could be the pick. John Day says, chin-ups for more biceps, pull-ups for more back. I prefer pull-ups. I like pull-ups. I'm a pull-ups kind of guy. Mel says, I'm not live. I think I'm about 20 minutes. So this question may sound out of the blue. Does your algorithm for prizes exclude previous winners? My algorithm for prizes does not exclude previous winners. They're still in it. Again, it's just whatever the computer system spits out, and that's ultimately who wins. But yeah, they are not excluded. They are always included. That's why I just engage. Sandra, I'm going to talk to you soon about, and the reason why she's asking this is because she's the second winner of the BEASTwriter family giveaway. I get what you're going there. No, so you're still in it, Mel. Always. Sandra, I'm going to talk to you soon about what kind of diet and workout routine I should take to get right where I want to be physically. Sandra, Absolutely, man. I'm here for you here in the BEASTwriter family, where it's all about good vibes only. Ben Allen Beast, can you tell me the pre-post workout you take on the daily? I work out every day, but never implemented pre-post into my workout routine. I just eat an apple or banana before my workout. So you're basically just like everyone else, and apple or bananas are good. My pre-workout is usually a protein shake. So again, there's a lot of different types of protein shakes. Ultimately, it's what works best for you. I consider like looking at a whey protein isolate or a whey protein hydrolyzed protein. I like Isoject. Obviously, I'm sponsored by Evogen, so I take Evogen Nutrition's Isoject. You can click that link in the channel art above. In the YouTube channel, you'll see the Evogen Nutrition link, and there you can see the supplements that I take there. I also take the, so that's what I take pre and post workout. Also, I take BCAAs. So there's a thing called Aminoject, which is the BCAAs fermented kind, a little bit more pricier. But again, if you want to eat human hairs and duck feathers, go the cheaper route. I don't go that route. I like the real stuff. And it also has a 2-1-1 BCAA 2-to-1-1 ratio. So those are good. Again, the link is in my bio, and you can go ahead. Bio, what I mean bio, by my YouTube channel art, you'll see the link up there, and you'll see my Evogen link. Go ahead and click on that, and then you can get the supplements that you will find there. Also, eating an apple or banana or fruit is actually all good. I mean, you need the dietary fiber, right? So you need good stuff. Fruits and veggies are always a positive. If you can get it from food first as your source of energy and nutrition, I would say always go that route. Food is the number one thing you want to go towards before supplementing other things in your system. All right. Ben Allen said, very good insight. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love and mahalo. All right. Here we go. Aran Singh says, from the BEASTwriter family, thank you so much for your generosity and the super chat. For those who are wondering what a super chat is, this is a super chat. He says, what is your all-time favorite Niner GM? I like Scott McCloughan in recent years. I want to call in, but just to show you my Niner shrine. Call in. I want to see your Niner shrine. In fact, I saw it on Big Boss Man's Pizza. I looked up your Yelp, and I see that. It's already there. But I want to see it live. That'd be awesome. To get back to your question, my favorite 49ers GM. Yeah, I mean, Scott McCloughan. It's hard to beat Scott McCloughan. It really is hard to beat Scott McCloughan. Although I will say GM Trent Baalke had one hell of a year when he was GM and executive of the year that one year. But yeah, Scott McCloughan. You can't go wrong, Scott McCloughan. Jay Warren 86 says, what do you think of Michael Carter from North Carolina? I like Michael Carter from North Carolina a lot. Again, I talked about him on an earlier live stream in my rundown of running backs. He is my fourth-ranked running back in this year's draft class, just below, not below his teammate Javonte Williams, who clocks in at number 3. Again, Michael Carter for the 49ers will be a perfect one-back, one-cut scheme for that zone blocking scheme that they like to run up front. So Michael Carter, I love that guy. Actually, I love the strong word. I like that guy a lot. Thank you so much for your question. All right. Kurt and Michelle says, Kawhi boys from the 808, trust the process. Niners go for life. I like it. All right. Aron Singh says, do you do push-ups? Yes, I do push-ups. Actually, I do push-ups on chest day. In between sets, I actually activate my arms and my chest by doing push-ups in between sets. It's just a fun way for me to go ahead and make sure that I'm really getting that full-on pump. So yes, I do push-ups on the daily. Push-ups are a good workout, just FYI. Rashi, mahalo for the super chat and super sticker. And again, this is what a super chat and a super sticker is. For those who are wondering how you can support the channel, people are asking, do I have a donation page or anything like that? No, I don't. Although I do have Venmo, I might consider linking that up. But right now, we're just using super chat. Basically, if you like the work, like the channel, like the BEASTwriter movement we're striving to build here in the BEASTwriter family channel, consider sending me a super chat. And it's just another fun way for me to engage with you while highlighting your comments. So Rashi says, if the Jets take Fields at 2, and who would Kyle take, in your opinion, Zach Wilson or Trey Lance? Zach Wilson. They take Zach Wilson. Not even a question. Now watch them take Trey Lance. Now, I think it's Zach Wilson. A guy called Ed says, Aaron, what's your top-rated pizza? Ooh, that's a good question for Big Boss Man's Pizza. What is your top-rated pizza, Aaron? I want to know too. Kyle Benner from the BEASTwriter family says, any thoughts on 49ers drafting Josh I can't even pronounce it, to compete against Hurd and Jawan Jennings for the big wide receiver role for the Niners. Maybe I don't know who that guy is, to be honest with you. I've never heard of that guy. Tua Lore says, Ryan, do you believe that Sam Darnold going to see ghosts again since he played against Tampa Bay? No, I think he's going to revive his career. Ultimately, I'd like to see on the optimistic side. I think Sam Darnold was a great pickup. I know Carolina Panthers fans are kind of like, I don't like Sam Darnold because he sees ghosts. I like Sam Darnold. I think if he was to come out of this year's draft class, he would ultimately be the number 2 ranked quarterback on my big board. Nico Mosquera from the BEASTwriter family says, do you think Wilson is a lock at 2 for the Jets? No, I do not. Anything can happen. Cool Genuine Phil from the BEASTwriter family, do you still think the Niners will trade Jimmy G to Pats? I don't see it, though. I think ultimately, I put it out there, I think ultimately he would be traded to the Patriots. But at the end of the day, if they don't, look for the Patriots to then turn their attention to Trey Lance. That's who my guy is. I don't think they're going to want Mac Jones. All right. Omar Siddiqui says, what do you think Atlanta does with the 4th overall pick? Good question, Omir, and welcome to the BEASTwriter family, where social media engagement is encouraged. I already spoke about this on an earlier live stream. If you missed it, which it looks like you did, not to worry. It's already a pre-recorded for you. So after watching this live stream, you can go back and just type in BEASTwriter Falcons 4th pick. It's there for you. And ultimately, I think they're going to trade out, and then get more draft capital. GM Terry Fontenot is known to do that, based because he's coming from the Mickey Loomis tree in New Orleans, and they like to get draft capital in return because they have a plethora of needs across the board. So if they can trade back from 4 to maybe, I don't know, the 9 range with the Denver Broncos, or a team moving up for a quarterback like a guy like Trey Lance, they can ultimately yield draft capital in return and set themselves up for the foreseeable future in the upcoming 2 to 3 drafts down the road. Aaron Singh said, is it to do push-up every day? I try to do 500 first 2 days of the week, then 4. Wow, you do a lot of push-ups, Aaron. That must mean you eat a lot of pizza, bro. Because I don't even do that many push-ups. That's crazy. That's like Beast approved right there, bro. Robert Watson says, by the way, congrats, Tony, on your win. Yes, congratulations. Robert was the first winner. Mel was the second winner. Tony Nagatani is the third winner. Bill, always a pleasure for you, man. I loved getting your email. Yeah, nothing but kind words to say. Mahalo, thank you so much. I want to get on Jet Central and see what they have to say. So hopefully I can go ahead and do that. Wilson is a lock to the Jets, he says. And I can't disagree with that. Cannot disagree. Brandon Cassell says, do you think the Niners will draft a running back earlier in the draft this year? I hope so. Ultimately, I'm not GM John Lynch, but if I was the GM, I'd do it at 43. Braden Springer says, why is that we hear nothing negative from Trevor Lawrence? It seems like they can't even nitpick him. Well, because he had his pro day and then he just went blah. So there's not much to say. I think you knew what you were getting with Trevor Lawrence. Ultimately, I don't know. I'm not as high on Trevor Lawrence as I am Zach Wilson. Call me crazy. Arong Singh says, combination in traditional style, gourmet garlic chicken in vegan, and chicken tikka masala in Indian style per customer choice. My favorite is vegetarian. I am 95% vegan. Oh my gosh, now I'm getting hungry. Why you got to post this, Arong? If you haven't checked out my man Arun Singh's Big Boss Man's Pizza, it's a family-owned mom and pop shop. It's Indian pizza. It has 4.5 stars on Yelp. Look it up yourself. Big Boss Man's Pizza, Arun Singh. I'm going to be doing a live stream with him at his place one of these days, so I'm really excited about that. So now I'm hungry. Thank you, Arun. I appreciate that. Jacob Phillips, thank you so much, and mahalo for sending me a super chat and super sticker here in the BEASTwriter family. And again, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel, go ahead and do that so you'll be entered for the Family Friday giveaways, which includes this farewell season in Candlestick Park flag that was given to Tony Nagatani. He was the winner of this flag. Not to worry. We do it all again every weekly 2:30 p.m. live stream, and we're giving away these 49ers masks that they gave me, complete with the NFL licensing logo on it. Look at these bad boys. And we are now launching our first milestone giveaway. If we can hit 2,700 subscribers by the end of the week, it's Monday. So if we hit like 100 over the next course of the next few days, we'll be giving away this bad boy given to me by the 49ers. It's a plush big blanket. And again, it's embroidered. If you see it, you see this is embroidery right here. This is like stitched on. All right, it's not the you can see it right here. Still complete in its bag. We are giving away this bad boy to all of you who subscribe to my channel and support and love the channel. Again, in order to unlock this milestone giveaway, we need to hit 2,700 subscribers by the end of the week. I know we can do it. So just the fastest way to do it, share the video, make it go viral. Done. Like it, comment. That's going to help the algorithm on this live stream. So even if you're watching this not live, you can still comment on it and like it and share the video. And I tell you, we can hit this by the end of the week for sure. We can hit the milestone. I can launch these giveaways for all of you guys. I'm excited. I'm excited. All right. Oh, your question says, your favorite hashtag, Golden Gate Fields, trade to the Bay, or return of the Mac? Favorite hashtag? Now, I don't want this to happen, but return of the Mac is pretty catchy. Trade to the Bay is a good one. Golden Gate Fields is good. What about Fields of Dreams? I don't know. I like all of them. They're all catchy. They're all catchy, but Return of the Mac is probably, that's catchy. All right, Donald Burnell. Do yourself a favor, man, from Facebook. Get yourself a YouTube account and subscribe to your boy. Just open up a new web browser. You have a Facebook account. Just go to youtube.com/BEASTwriter and get yourself an account so you can be entered for these giveaways I'm just giving away, man. He says, because you're already engaging with me, but you're doing it from Facebook. Is Mac Jones bad, or is that what we think, that these guys are better, but he is still pretty good? Don't get me wrong. I'm not a Mac Jones fan. I personally like Trey Lance, but I like that some of his game footage, and he makes good plays. He can escape the pass rush. Yes, I like Mac Jones, but at number 3, I don't like Mac Jones. But ultimately, you make good points. I do like Mac Jones. All right. Mr. TNA says, I know you love Jamar Chase, but to me, it would be stupid for Bengals to take him with Sewell there. Yes, that would be absolutely correct if they didn't have Jonah Williams sitting there as a blindside left tackle, who they drafted number 14th overall in 2019 from Alabama. And they also just got, if I'm not mistaken, Riley Leaf to play the right tackle position, although they can kick him inside the guard. Ultimately, by teaming up with T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd, you then give him his most familiar target in Jamar Chase. It's hard to argue that rapport, because rapport is hard to duplicate, especially at the NFL level. You know what you're getting with the Burrow-Chase connection. Ultimately, you know who I have them selecting at 5? I don't think I have them selecting Jamar Chase at 5. I have them selecting, and call me crazy, I have them selecting Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts at 5. That's who I have them targeting. And again, that's crazy. It's another pass catcher. It's not solidifying the offensive line. I'm a firm believer in building teams from the inside out and the outside in. And to your point, it is kind of dumb, but again, they already solidified that problem with Riley Reef, because you don't draft a player at number 14 if you don't view him as a blindside left tackle. And Jonah Williams is a good one. He just needs to stay healthy. So that's what I have to say about that. Keith Willis, is Debo going to get paid by the Niners when the time comes with all his injury concerns, or time to plan for a long-term replacement early in this year's draft? No, I mean, let's pull back a little bit, Keith. Thank you so much, Mahalo, for your question. I think Debo Samuel is going to have a bounce back year if he can stay healthy. Time will tell. Time will tell. Sandro says 50 push-ups. It's Lance. Don Lovato says, great show, BEASTwriter. Do you think the Broncos will pull the trigger to swap picks with Hot Atlanta? Yes. If so, what correct do you think the Broncos will get? Ultimately, I think they're going to go after Trey Lance or Justin Fields if he's on the board. And yes, I see the Denver Broncos as a likely trading partner. Absolutely. And I said this on my earlier live stream when talking about when the Atlanta Falcons were open to trading number 4 spot. I said the Denver Broncos would likely be a primary candidate for that. Okay. Mahalo again for the kind words, Don Lovato from the BEASTwriter family. Jay Warren, 86 from the BEASTwriter family. Did you hear about the media-driven scenario that Trevor doesn't love the game of football and can walk away? Yeah, but I mean, all this is smoke. Why didn't this come out earlier? It's weird. Frank Willis says, Imator BB, whatever his name is an athletic freak, 6'2", 220, ran a 4.48 of 47-inch vertical, 11.2-inch broad jump, worth a late round flyer in my opinion. Yeah, I guess if you want to go off workout warrior numbers, but ultimately it comes down to game film. I don't know. We'll have to see how that plays out, but it can't hurt. Late round flyer. I mean, what do you have to lose, right? I want that blanket. Niners all day 55 says. Frank Willis says Kyle Benner. Oh, he's talking about Kyle Benner. Bill says, Ryan, the Jets brass has been sitting themselves up if they don't take Wilson, which is not a good thing if you're a new GM and a coach, which is why I say it is a lock. Great point. Great point, Bill. And Bill is an honest and legit Jets fan. I like Bill. Bill, thank you so much. I love your emails too, by the way. Arun Singh says, Dayman, I want that blanket I've been sharing on Facebook. That's what's up, man. Share on Facebook. Tell them to subscribe. Just shit. I know you're sharing on Facebook. Take that extra step. Like, subscribe so we can win this blanket, bro. Like, it's a win-win. If you want to unlock that milestone giveaway, that's what we need to do as one. We have a lot of good comments here. Beast, you're the man. DJ says, oh, thanks so much, my man. Appreciate you. And mahalo for the love. I see you. Tony Nagatani, who was just on the show, says Fields of Gold. Ooh, okay. Fields of Gold. I like that. Niners All Day says, what about Fields Faithful or Faithful Fields? Interesting. The hashtags are getting catchier here in the Beastwriter family. CJ Ruthless Sports, appreciate your support and conversation. Thank you so much, CJ. I appreciate the love. Mahalo. Nico Mascora, how much of an impact do you think Trey Lance's pro day will have on the Niners drafting him? A lot of impact, because again, the more intel you have, the better off you do. But again, I wouldn't say it's like 50-60%. It's more like 5-7%. But ultimately, that can be the difference of getting selected or not getting selected. Braden Springer says, will we see your mock draft before the actual draft? Yes, absolutely. I do an NFL mock draft before the draft. I'm going to release that. I don't know if I'm going to do a live stream on that. I think I might do a live stream, but ultimately, I don't know if I should go on Twitter and say it too, because on Twitter, it's kind of like, well, I said it on Twitter, and then I said it on YouTube. I don't know. So I don't know if I'm going to put it on Twitter or if I should put it on YouTube, or if I should do it on both. Maybe I'll do it on both. It's a lot of work. But I'll do it. Now it's all day 55. Nico Mascara, not much of an impact. Maybe his personality might do it, but he's throwing against no defense. That's actually true. Tua Lore says, Ryan, I love to listen to your podcast, and I'm also a new subscriber to your Beastwriter family. Thank you so much, and welcome. Mahalo to the Beastwriter family, first and foremost. You say, I'm a diehard Niners fan. I hope they draft either Wilson or Lance. Fields is not anticipation. Yes, that's very true. So you talk about anticipation. So you like Trey Lance or Zach Wilson. I can't argue with either or. Great points. And again, mahalo for joining the family. Donald Burnell from the Beastwriter family says, I made it to the YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I really enjoy your insight, open-minded, and always a positive vibe. Love it. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Donald, and mahalo again for the love and support. Again, without you guys, I wouldn't be in the position I am today. So that's all I got to say about that. Good vibes only. All right, Niners. If Niners All Day 55 says, if I don't win the blanket, is there any way I can buy one? Well, the Niners gave it to me, so I don't know if I can get another one from them. But possibly. But I know what you can buy is we're launching Beastwriter family T-shirts and swag. So sleeveless shirts, T-shirts, you can get that. Those are going to be fire. And again, the T-shirts are going to be unisex size, so both male and females can get yours. Again, highest quality stuff. I don't skip on quality. Those are going to be out in a sec. Chowder Case says Raiders, I think. Or he said Raider. Okay. Mr. TNA says, too bad. Welcome, Raider Chowder K. Too bad people do not understand how good Joe Douglas is. Yes. I like Joe Douglas. I like Joe Douglas a lot. I think he's good. Bill says, Beast is the man. I've been trying to get Jets 24/7 to invite you on their show. Yes. Tell them I'm willing to hop on their show, man. Talk about the number 2 overall pick. I'm open, bro. I'm open to it. I am open to hopping on the show. I want to make it happen because at the end of the day, I cover all 32. Ultimately, this is how we're going to grow. Bill, I know you're a huge Jets fan, and obviously you follow me because obviously, you know, what everything I had to say kind of holds weight. I would love to talk to 24/7 about their New York Jets and your New York Jets. This is good stuff. Good stuff all the way around. Niners All Day says, don't worry, I'll buy your merch once it comes out. Man, I'm telling you, the Beastwriter family merch is going to be fire. Like, it's going to go fast. Like, I'm kind of scared because once I put it out there, then people are like, oh my gosh, it was gone already. But it's going to be exciting. So I'm going to make T-shirts. I'm going to make sleeveless hoodies. You guys all like that. So we're going to do a combination of both. And again, it's unisex sizes. So it's a true to size fit. Judge Shuddy from the BEASTwriter family says, are we giving up on Jalen Hurts if Niners think he's going to be healthy? Maybe they don't draft a wide receiver. Yeah, I think they're going to draft a wide receiver. I don't think they're high on Jalen Hurts. He can't stay healthy. Guy cannot stay healthy. Cannot stay healthy. All right, let's see what else we got going on for us. All right. So if you guys have any questions, I have a question for you guys. So I'm going to be working out later today, right? And since I'm working out later today, I have a question to you. Do you want my workout today to be back or shoulders? I'm going to be posting a workout video for all of you guys. I just have a question. Do you guys want me to post a workout video on my back and the back workouts that I do, or a shoulder workout that I do? And again, by the way, on another topic, I know I'm going off topic here. If you're not getting your vaccine, or if you have got your vaccine, let me know how you feel. I'm getting my vaccine tomorrow at Levi Stadium at around 11 a.m. So again, I'm getting my vaccine. If you see me at Levi Stadium, I'd be more than welcome to say hi to you. Again, I'm getting my vaccine at around 11 a.m. tomorrow. So it's like going back into the office. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel with the vaccine. Which one did you get? Did you get Moderna? Did you get Pfizer? Did you get J&J? Which one did you get? And what were the side effects? Because I'm getting mine tomorrow, and if I'm not feeling well, I'm not going to be able to work out, and I'm not going to be tired, going to feel dizzy. Like, what are some of the symptoms that you guys had? I want to know, because I'm kind of scared, to be honest with you. Well, not scared, but yeah, you get the picture. All right, let's go ahead and answer some of your questions. Donald Burnell says, where do you think Pitts will go? That guy is a beast. Yes, he is. I think he's going to go to the Cincinnati Bengals at number 5 currently. Now, this is currently. Things are going to change from now and up until the draft. I'll release my final mock draft the day before the draft happens, which will be Wednesday. Ultimately, I think Kyle Pitts is currently mocked number 5 to the Cincinnati Bengals. You have to go BPA. And I know people say Penei Sewell, but there's some people that are questioning Penei Sewell's work ethic. Some people are questioning his work ethic, man. That's all I got to say about that. That's what I'm hearing. So that's why I don't see him as being a good culture fit in Cincinnati. A guy called Ed said you should do 2 giveaways, one for people that are subscribers and another for people that are super chat, super stickers. Interesting. Maybe I should. That is a good. You know what? I think I am going to do that. So yes, thank you. A guy called Ed. He said you should do 2 giveaways, one for people that are subscribers and another one for people that send super chat and super stickers. I'm going to do that starting this week. Now we're going to do 2 giveaways. Thank you for a guy called Ed. So we're going to do 2 giveaways a week, not just one. And again, it's all for you. And again, a guy called Ed says, you know what? This is a good idea. Why don't we do 2 giveaways? I said, sure, let's do it. So now we're going to do it. So one for people who subscribe to my channel and another one who send me super chat and super stickers. You guys will be entered for another prize. Good. I like it. Aron says that Trent Baalke had the best all ACL team draft. Yes. Yes. DT Hal 227 says we want a glute butt workout. Well, I just did one yesterday. I'm not kidding. Yes, you have to work out your glutes. You have to work out your hamstrings. You have to work out your butt, your booty. Get those booty gains, man. Ass to grass when it comes to doing deadlifts or it's not deadlifts, squats. I did leg day today. I hit squats. I did about 20 sets of squats. Then I went on a leg extension machine, did some leg extensions, worked on my hamstrings, did a few good mornings to work on the glutes. And then there's a hip thrust machine at Villa Sport that you do that actually looks kind of weird. Looks kind of gets the looks, but it's kind of awkward when you're doing the movement. But you guys know what I'm talking about when you do a hip thrust machine. Just think of it. If you don't know what a hip thrust machine, just the words hip thrust, you can kind of get an idea of what people are doing on that. They're thrusting their hips. So maybe I'll post a workout video for all of you guys to see how I use the hip thrust machine, and you guys will get a kick out of it. But hey, you got to do it for the gains. Got to do it for the gains. All right, Sanjo says, my fam got it. Moderna spell check. First one wasn't bad. Second one was rough, but you will be fine. I'm scared now. I'm getting my vaccine tomorrow as well. Hey, little dude, thank you. Mahalo. That's what's up, bro. Where are you getting it? Fighter first take says, fine with Moderna. Okay. So Moderna is okay. People got Moderna. What can the Niners do to be successful this year? Everything. No, joking. That's a good question. To be successful this year, I mean, they have to draft well first. We're gonna have to see how they play this draft. Bob Money, was there any smiling going on from Kyle today? I don't know. Was there? I don't know. Tony Nagatani was just on the BEASTwriter family live stream, and the winner of the Family Friday 2:30 p.m. live stream, winner of this farewell season, the Candlestick Flag. Mahalo. I got Johnson & Johnson. I had side effects, pain on the side of my body where I got the shot, and it felt exhausted for 48 hours, and I had a headache. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope you're better now. I'm getting scared now. Now I don't want to get my shot. Mr. Tina says, what will you do if the prize will be won by someone from Romania or a country that far? I'll ship it out to you. I'll ship it out to you. Just because you're from Romania doesn't mean you're not going to win that prize. So I'll ship it out to you. I've done it before, and I'll do it again. Bob Money, Roswell Douglas went to the Raiders. Okay. Interesting to point out. Roswell Douglas went to the Raiders. He was signed to the Raiders. Rashi, my coworkers and I were wrecked from the second shot. All of us had the flu-like symptoms for 3 days, but my family had no side effects, just arm soreness for a day. See, I'm getting scared. Sandra says, bro, the calves. Yes, you have to work out your calves, do calf raises. Fernando Perez says, I got the Pfizer and had no side effects, but my arm was sore and I tried doing push-ups and I stopped halfway through. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. We're going to have Jerry Yang hop on the show in about 6 minutes. So hopefully Jerry Yang hops on the show soon. Alejandro Bermuda says, depends, bro. My first one, Moderna, was not bad, but I just had vomiting. Vomiting after the first 15 minutes. Did drink water, Dr. Pepper, and had some TK noodle soup. Oh, TK noodle soup. Okay. Normal day after it, a little tired feeling the next day. Oh my gosh. I feels like I won't be able to do a podcast on Wednesday then, because everyone's saying they feel tired and weak and throwing up and headaches after getting the shot. You know what would be really crazy? If I still did a podcast regardless and I was like half awake. You guys remember when I didn't go to sleep for the Trent Williams breaking news and I was on there for like 6 hours on that live stream at 4 a.m. in the morning or something, wherever time it was, or 5 a.m. And I looked like crap. I'm pretty sure if I was to do a podcast after getting my flu shot, I'd look the same way. Probably worse. I hope you feel better, though, Alejandro. Thank you so much for the feedback. Aaron Singh said, I got Pfizer, no side effect, only sore arm for a day, no workout for that day. I also got it at Levi's last week, and you will be there. You'll be there for 2 hours? Really? I'm going to be there for 2 hours tomorrow? Why is that? Oh, man, that sucks. Little dude says Kaiser San Leandro. Niners all day 55. Lance will be the pick. I want Fields, but Lance would be great for this organization. Same with Fields. Jason Ellsworth says, be careful of the Moderna California. Johnny Allen says, Trent Baalke used McLuhan draft notes on the draft only. Trent Baalke used McLuhan draft notes only on the only draft he got right. He did. He actually left right before the draft. Jason Ellsworth vaccine. There have been a lot of issues with that one. Try and request a different one if possible. Okay. So I guess I'm going to have to. I think I'm getting Pfizer. At least that's the one I wanted. Sandra says, don't be scared. You'll be fine. I'm kind of scared, dude. Not going to lie. Donald Burnell says, trade by the Bay, born to Mac, too short, Golden Fields. Like it. Niners All Day 55 says, when I said if I can buy the blanket, it means if they're like a website, I can get the same blanket, or was it an exclusive thing? It's only exclusive for season ticket holders, so you can't buy it online, man. Sorry about that. Braden Springer says, sore throat, arms were sore, migraine, and that was J&J that my friends got, but my dad got Pfizer and was fine. It sounds like J&J is worse. Good gosh. Don't be scared. Pfizer is okay. Only sore spot where you get the shot. I hate needles, but it didn't hurt at all. Okay, good. That's good. Sean, I know it's crazy because I have a huge huge tattoo. And needles. I'm not really scared of needles. I used to be scared of needles, but not so much anymore. All right. YouTube is blocked here at work, but Sean Valadez says YouTube is blocked here at work. Oh, they're throwing shit at the Beastwriter family. They don't want you guys to listen to the Beastwriter family. But what's your thoughts on the good and reverse hyper machine? I don't know if anybody has said that, but how does Trey Area sound? Trey Area, I like it. I like it. What do you mean by reverse hyper machine? Reverse hyper machine. I don't know what you're talking about, but get back to me, man. Mr. Tina says, my opinion, running backs are hard set to scout from all positions. Which are your opinion? I think it's the quarterback. The quarterback position is the hardest to scout. I just think it's the hardest. Aaron Singh, I was able to hit my 500 push-ups next day. I took a painkiller 6 hours later. Don't worry, you will be okay. So I'm going to need painkillers around. So maybe if I go to Boss Man's Pizza, maybe I can do a live stream eating Boss Man's Pizza, giving you a shout out. Braden Springer said Pfizer. Johnny Alanes from the Beastwriter fans. I just got my first shot of Pfizer yesterday and I slept most of the day. Good luck. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So basically what you guys are telling me is, as you see here, I'm supposed to hit. The reason why I ask you what I should hit here, workout back or shoulders, because I was planning on posting this workout up on the workout Wednesdays, even though it's not Wednesday, because I don't know if I'm going to work out on Wednesday because I'm getting the shot tomorrow. So I don't know how I'm going to feel on Wednesday. So should I just do an all body workout? Should I just hit back and shoulders today and post both those workouts all in one day and then post that up and be like, dude, that was a 4-hour workout. So not only am I going to be doing a 4-hour live stream here, 3 to 4 hour live stream, but then also immediately after hit a 4-hour workout and then be done with my day. And then that way I can just sleep tomorrow, rest up and not have to worry about working out. But I still want to do a podcast. So I'm kind of debating here. You see what's going through my head? It's not just football. It's about life. We have my man, Mind of Jerry, on here. Hopefully he can ease my mind because Mind of Jerry is in here. Mind of Jerry, how are you doing, buddy? For Yay Mondays. What's going on, my man? How are you?
That's right. Good. It's funny you're talking about vaccines. I got my second Moderna yesterday. So
I was talking to you on Instagram. I saw you. I saw your little thing. Your little
yeah.
How are you feeling? Honestly,
I feel a little groggy, but a little bit better. Like last night, it was like when you first get it, it doesn't feel anything, and then at 1 a.m., it just like hits you like a sack of bricks. So,
what do you mean by that? What do you mean by sack? Like
it's just like chills, fever, like fatigue, headache. It's like the whole 9 yards, you know. But this is my second shot. The first shot, I didn't react to it. I just had like a sore arm. It just felt like someone punched my arm, and that's it. But the second shot, I'm like feeling pretty nauseous right now, but functional, right? Because look at me, I'm still talking. You probably can't even tell. But last night was just like sweating, you know.
Did you go to Levi Stadium? Where'd you go to get it?
I actually got an appointment at the pharmacy, so I was really lucky to be able to find it. The trick is to like go at 1 a.m. at night, and they open up all the appointments, and you just get it. The drawback of Levi's is that you have to walk a lot, and there's a lot of people. So you wait in line for a while. Like my friend had to wait like 2 hours. So just be prepared to wait, and then you have to do that 15 minutes afterwards and things like that. So
wait. If my appointment's like, let's say 11 o'clock, so what time should I get there then?
Dude, just get there at like 10:30 or maybe even 10:15 because you have to find parking. You have to walk all the way from the parking lot to the site, and it's a long walk. Right?
Where's the site? Where's the site? Inside the stadium?
Yeah, I think it's inside the stadium. I think not on the field, but like on one of the concourses on the first level is what I heard. Right?
Oh, that's by my office.
Yeah, and then you have to wait in line once you get there too, because they overbook on purpose because they don't want to waste vaccines. So just get there early and be prepared to wait. So
what if I get there at 9?
Get there at 9. Do it, because by the time you get up there, it's probably your appointment time. You know, they're not gonna be that strict, right? Because you're there to get the vaccine either way. So just get there early if I were you.
I'll be posting it
first.
Live stream. Okay. Yeah, that's my first shot. I'm gonna do a live stream. I'm gonna do I used to do Spot the Beast contest.
from the vaccine line, huh?
It would be funny if one of the Beastwriter family members was there, be like, "Oh, Beast!" Like that'd be cool.
That'd be awesome, right?
Be like, come on, just come over here.
Isn't that the perks of being you? I mean, you get cuts of line, free lunches. No, okay.
No. I mean, I do get those things when I go in, obviously, but it's I don't like taking advantage of it. It's almost like
no worries. You don't want to throw your stardom around.
Not the funny thing is that Den Barbecue over here off Hofstetter, they already knew I would go in around lunchtime, right? And they knew me from what I do, and no one's there at that time. Like no one's there, and so I went after my workout. After working out at 24, came over here, and I was like, I need some gains. Hit a good leg day, so I would go there religiously. 3-4 times a week, legit 3-4 times a week, and then they would hook me up with obviously all you can eat, but then they know my order. So like every time I would go in, they would literally just like before I walk in, and then from there I would like even when it was packed, all my friends would like want to bring me around just so we don't have to wait in line. So this is a 2-hour wait line. And they're like, oh, Beast is here. Okay, so I just talked to the manager, and then
you took advantage of a perk. You took advantage of it.
I was being used by my friends because they're like, hey, what are you doing right now? I'm like, dude, I just got back from the gym. I'm chill. I'm Netflixing and I'm watching the Mighty Ducks right now. What do you care? And then they're like, dude, like you want to go eat? I was like, where? Gem barbecue. I'm like, okay, well, let's go. So every time I go in there, it's funny because like there'll be a long, it's a long line.
Yeah, I have to hit you up, man. When we're fully vaccinated, I didn't hit you up. We have to go.
Oh no, definitely, definitely can get some good barbecue. No, seriously, that's like my place, dude.
Game Mondays from the barbecue joint. That'd be awesome.
Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be fun.
No. Yeah. All right, let's talk football, dude. Like Alex Smith retired. That's awesome. Good for him. What do you think his legacy is? I mean, they should really rename comeback player of the year to Alex Smith Award, right? I mean, that's a given. But his legacy with the Niners wasn't so great. But then he had a few good moments. What do you think his overall legacy is?
Very inspirational. If I was to describe it in one word, I would say inspirational. For someone who was a first-round pick, who was basically on the outside looking in, with the, we want car chats. And then I was at that game, and I was screaming, we want car as well. So I was in that same boat.
Too.
I was at that game, and I remember saying that I was guilty of it too. Yeah. I just had enough. I just had enough of Alex Smith. I seen enough. I was just fed up with Alex Smith. And then for him to have the determination, the discipline, and the dedication, and the self-confidence to bounce back from that once Harbaugh came in, and then everybody took a step back, including myself, and be like, you know what? Like, I thought this guy was a bust. I thought this guy was a total bust, and all he needed was a coach to put him in the best position to make plays. And he did, and he got the Niners to where they are. He was the game manager, but everyone loved Alex Smith. And from then he goes on to Washington, and then he has that gruesome, life-threatening injury and the recovery from coming back from that. That's being named the comeback player of the year. I mean, these are just things that when you look down and exactly in real time, you can look at it and say, you know what, this guy could have given up 1,000 times over and just called it a career. A lot of number one picks have. Right. They just couldn't deal with the pressure. But he, in his head, he's very cerebral. He scored one of the highest on the Wonderlic test. So this guy's very bright. And Alex Smith, to have the determination and the willpower to just keep pushing forward, especially when your life is on the line like that, and pull through it. And then not only that, but come back and play.
Yeah, at a high level, right? I mean, that's not easy. You're not playing Pop Warner out there. It's crazy. I think even his injury, like talking to some medical experts, it's not just a miraculous football injury. It's a miraculous or football recovery. It's a miraculous recovery in general of any sports and anybody, right? Like all medical doctors we talked to, we had a few on our show, and they all said that recovery, like he was lucky to even save his leg, let alone play football, right? So it's that was awesome. Hats off to him. He wears my favorite number, 11, so I kind of have a little bit of a fandom with him, but I was with you. I was rooting against him, especially when Kaepernick was in there, because it was like, man, we have a guy now. Let's just try him out. And then he was on Sports Science, Kaepernick, right? So that got me a little bit hyped too. Like, oh, this guy has accuracy. He was on there for accuracy, right? And then we're like, wow, okay, he has the arm, he has the accuracy. Put him in, coach. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think his legacy will be well remembered overall. So,
no, great points, man. Alex, and I apologize Alex Smith, if you're watching this, man, I apologize to you.
Yeah.
I mean, it was something that as a kid, how do I say this? If I'm talking to you, there was this high expectations and it was unfair expectations, but as a number 1 overall pick, those were the expectations. It's unfair, but that's why you get paid the big bucks at the time. It wasn't your fault you were going through all these coaching changes. It wasn't your fault you had all these offensive coordinator changes, how you had to learn new system after new system after new system after new system. You didn't have a stable offensive line for many of the years. You didn't have very many skill players. You had to go out and get guys like Braylon Edwards to help you out. You had to go out and get some of these other guys who really were just stopgaps at best. So you were in a tight position because you didn't have the supporting cast around you. Ultimately, once those pieces were in place, especially with the offensive line in 2010, when they drafted Anthony Davis, Mike Upati, obviously had Joe Stay from 2007, that's when things came into fruition and we really saw what you could do. So I just want to say I'm sorry for booing you off the field for many of those years. And I deeply apologize for that. And my hat's off to you. Kudos to you for having the career that you did.
Yep. Agreed. And then, he's always been a good character guy. Like, I don't think anyone's ever spoken negatively about him off the field, right, as a person. And I guess transitioning to another topic of off-season issues, did you hear about Alden Smith's off-season issue? Oh my God, again? Like, oh my. I feel so bad for him. Like, again, like, now I'm not sure. I'm not sure where he goes from here. Like, even just having the allegation, whether he did or not, it's already a bad look, right? So
yeah, it is. I'm trying to look right now on my phone, and like I didn't get the notification on it, which is weird.
It was like New Orleans. I think he had some battery assault issue come up for him. League is going to look into it, but it's not looking good for him, right? So it's unfortunate. So we'll see how that develops, but it's just a bad look.
All right, we're gonna have Alejandro from the BEASTwriter family come in the show. Are you okay with that, Jay?
Yeah, okay. Let's do it.
All right, we have. Let me unmute his mic here. Are you there,
Alejandro?
Alejandro, you there?
He left.
All right. So, anyways, he was there. Alejandro, if you're in, come back in right now. But no, let's go ahead and talk. Let's talk about
2 more weeks until draft, right? 2 more weeks. Aren't you excited? I got my draft hat ready, right? I'm like ready to go. Let's go. What do you think? So I heard you talk earlier that it's probably not going to be Matt Jones, which I agree with. And man, what a hot show on Friday, right? Like I was looking at Michael and I think Keith was it that back and forth. That was like amazing. I was dying. I was like, oh my God, like Beast is just there, like, okay, yes, guys.
It wasn't Keith Murphy's fault.
No.
It was totally one-sided, and this is not throwing shade at Michael Miller, but Michael Miller, I've known him for years. He has his way of doing things, and there's nothing wrong with that. How he wants to run his is his. But here in the BEASTwriter family, it's all good vibes only. So I just kind of like.
Well, he also had a better microphone. I think that's where Keith had a disadvantage too. I think when he was trying to make points, it like kind of fell through because we couldn't hear him that well. But it was interesting. I must say that his take was pretty hot. But overall, I agree with you. It's either Trey Lance or Justin Fields, and I think it's leaning towards Fields day by day unless the Jets swoop him up. So I think the fans should just be happy whichever direction they go with. I mean, and Shanahan, we trust in a lot of ways, right? I mean, we can criticize the pick, but at the end of the day, they make the decision. Like, what can you do?
Right. Exactly. No, you're actually hit on the nail. And the thing about it is, that's why I went on this live stream right after the national media, Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter, all of them are saying Mac Jones is the guy. Mel Kiper, Todd McShay, everyone. And I was like, you know what? This is where I'm going to enforce my guns and put out my stuff. Not because it's clickbait, because I believe it to be true. And it turns out, again, time will tell. I just don't see it being Mac Jones. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But at least I have the balls to put it on the line and say it in real time. Now, looking back 2 weeks later, it's all old news now. Everyone's piggybacking on it. But in real time, as it was happening, everybody was like, oh, well, if the national media, it must be true. And I was like, no, it's not. It's not. Not for me. not from me. So if not here in the BEASTwriter family. So that's why that's why I feel like if you're gonna take a stance, but don't teeter back and forth and say, oh, I said that Mac Jones. Because listen, I never said Mac Jones was going to be the pick at number 3, and ultimately, if he is, I get it wrong. So I can take the blame for that. Again, the credibility has been built up over years of being correct. So if I get one wrong, I mean, okay, so be it. But there's 7 years of accurate predictions,
good stuff.
So it's okay. Right. So I can miss 7 years and still break above 500.
I think overall, the pick to get number 3 was never leaked out, and that had a lot of moving pieces, right? You had 2 teams involved, you had a lot of conversation between the GMs, and that didn't get out. And then all of a sudden, the Mac Jones rumors start getting out. That seems really sus to me. So it's I have to agree with you. And I think I like Mac Jones at number 12 or greater, but at number 3, that's where I think I drew the line there. So
I'm going to go ahead and touch base on something with you. What else is on your mind? Let's talk about Justin Fields and Trey Lance. I'm going to go step out for a little bit, but go ahead. I want your take on the reason I'm stepping out is I got to turn off the alarm right here. But go ahead and tell me what the difference is between Trey Lance and Justin Fields, and then tell what do you see? This is what I want you to know, or I want people.
Yeah.
Who would you take, Justin Fields or Trey Lance, if both are on the board, and why? That's that's kind of where I want to go with this. And then I'll be back in like 36. I'm just going to run over here.
Yeah, no worries. So for me, I think who I would take is Justin Fields. I know Trey Lance is really hyped. He has all the athletic ability, a lot of stuff, but what concerns me is the conference as well as the raw ability. Justin Fields just has more experience. I think just inside the SEC conference and running a system and being in those bowl games, it showed a lot of heart to me that he's durable. He has the grind and the toughness. Not saying Trey Lance doesn't, but we just haven't really seen that much from Lance in terms of the game situation. But in terms of raw talent and ability, I think Trey Lance definitely has that edge there. It's just when you want a quarterback that potentially has to start on day 1, Justin Fields is my guy. And you guys can all disagree with that, but I would go over JF. JF will be my guy. And I guess funny fact is, and you guys probably already know, is Trey Lance and Mac Jones started the same number of games. It's just, once again, different conference, right? You're in Alabama, you have more tools, and Trey Lance, was in North Dakota State, so it's a little bit of it's hard to compare in terms of that comparison. But if Zach Wilson was out there, and between Justin Fields and Zach Wilson, I think that's actually a harder debate in my opinion. But we'll see where that card's leaning there. I think a lot of people are leaning Zach Wilson. That was the choice, but I think Justin Fields, I like him.
So you say Justin Fields over Trey Lance?
I 100% for me, because the experience, 100%. The conference he plays, the heart and the grit that he showed. A guy that needs to start day 1, he can probably start day 1. I think Trey Lance needs more time to develop. He's raw. He plays on a conference that's not as tough, in my opinion, and it's one of those things, right? Because if you look at Daniel Jones, for example, that played for Duke, and, he has a lot of the raw talent, but being in a conference that was bad, and he still was able to pull the team together, I think it works against you in a lot of ways. And
right.
The Giants are already looking at other options now, so I don't want to be in that situation. So
that's great points. Ultimately, it's tough. Yeah. It's a tough decision because
it's a franchise-making decision, right? If you get this one wrong, I wouldn't say John Lynch will be around much longer, unfortunately, especially if it's just such a big decision. I think I agree with you a while back that you wouldn't make that trade, and I'm in the same boat as you. It's maybe they felt confident that the next 2 years there's not a good QB on the board, but man, you're putting yourself in a really bad situation at number 3. I feel like so.
I think they looked at the 2-3 year outlook and said, you know what, coming out of next year's draft, the quarterback draft class is weak. So in 2022, that's what you do as a GM. A lot of times GMs just look at the seniors coming out and they have their draft process. But you also, if I was a GM, a good GM once told me, or taught me, said, majority of the GMs just look at the 1 year outlook, even 2 year.
Right.
You got to look at the 2-3 year outlook. So looking at 2022, even though 2021 has yet to play out, who are those quarterbacks, Ryan, in 2022 that are actually going to be good? Sam Howell. I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
And so that's why if you're a GM, you're going to say, okay, well, I may not be around the year after that to wait for the next quarterback, cream of the crop class to come out. So I have to make a play. So this is a pressure instinctive move from John Lynch saying, hey, I know I'm feeling the heat. I haven't had very many winning seasons in San Francisco since I became the GM. I think I've only had one winning season. If I'm going to go out, it has to be now. I can't wait 2 to 3 years time because I won't be around that much longer anyways.
Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Don't make the move. It's the ideal choice. But I think if you're giving up first round picks the next 2 years, you kind of have to look at it like that and base your decision off of that. And I thought it was a crazy move, right? Yeah. What if we suck and then those picks become number 1 overall? And then, well, sorry, right. We're screwed then.
All right, we're gonna have my friend Mel on the phone. Mel, yes. When you're ready, Mel, we're gonna bring Mel in. Whenever she's ready. Are you ready, Mel? Just give me a nod, and then I can bring you on. Okay, she says she's ready.
Hey.
Hi, Mel. How are you?
Hello, Mel.
I'm good. Hey, how you doing? I was behind a bit, so I was laughing every time I sent you a question. You had already addressed it by the time I got up to.
That always happens to me too. Always happens to me.
Doing great. Just watching the show and enjoying, watching all of everybody's opinions on everything. It was really interesting with your diet and your Rice Krispie treats and how you break those out for training and stuff. That blew me away. I wouldn't have thought that.
So when I helped open 49ers Fit, the gym there back in 2018, legit. Well, one, the 49ers told me to come out there and support, get the awareness out there to my followers and my fan base. And I said, because obviously they know I compete and stuff. So it's kind of like a known thing. So they said, this is your Super Bowl. We want you to cover this. I know you're in the, you would help us basically. And I said, you know what, I'll do anything for you guys. Right. So I went there, ended up getting a job there in sales. Not being a personal trainer, I didn't have time to do that because I was doubling up as a beat writer with the team. And so after work, I'd go straight to 49ers Fit, work there, and then go back to 49ers. Levi State. It was a lot of back.
Workaholic, man. Workaholic.
Crazy. But then from there, it was. I'm all about engagement. You know that, Mel, right? And you know that, Jerry. So that's why that's why it was good for me because I want the face to face. At the games, it's one thing to walk around and say hi to all of you guys in the tailgate, and that's all. No one does that either. But having the authentic engagement where you can go to a public place and then be like, oh, dude, what's going on? So I follow you, and it happened, a lot of the BEASTwriter family came in, a lot of memberships came through. And so at the end of the day, it was just like good vibes only. And I would be eating my Rice Krispie treats in between workouts. And they look at me and be like, wait, why are you eating that? Like, there's videos. There's videos of
spiking my insulin. Come on, guys.
Yeah. So there's actually.
But I like the way you broke it down and explained it. I mean, that was true. Really, I couldn't repeat it if I tried, but now if I eat a Rice Krispie treat and somebody questions me, I'm just going to tell them to call you.
That's what it's about, right? Like, because again, like the NFL is not 24/7, but the BEASTwriter family is, and the BEASTwriter family is football, fitness, lifestyle, raising the community engagement. So again, we can hop on a live stream, and let's say it's in May, like after the draft, it's going to die down. But the way the BEASTwriter family is going to keep the engagement going and even probably get more traffic is because fitness is my competitive advantage. And so when they see the fitness grind and you guys see the fitness grind, I'm going to empower you guys to say, hey, look, these are some workouts you guys can do. Even if you don't go have a gym, you can do these from home, try these workouts. And then maybe we can do some challenges to kind of motivate each other and hold each other accountable. See, it's all about being the best version of yourself. And how do we do that aside from me just saying, oh, like you predicted that right, which is cool, right? That's why people follow me. But again, it comes down to enriching each other's lives. How do we go ahead and do that? How do we go ahead and make the community better? It's one thing to say it, like I said with my mentor Jim Trotter. A lot of people talk a big game, but they don't live the big game.
Right.
And for us to live the big game, we have to take our actions and hold ourselves accountable for our actions. The way we do that is by bettering ourselves, because everybody is living longer these days. Everybody's health conscious these days. You can watch Netflix originals, and you can watch the series on Game Changers and some of these other things on health and fitness. And you can Google anything, download apps. I see it all the time at the gym. A lot of these times, these apps are there and they're free for a reason, because they're really not going in depth exactly what exactly these workouts entail. Now you can go ahead and say, oh, I want to look like this guy, so I'm just going to follow those workouts. That's usually how you're going to get hurt, because to get to that point, there's a process involved. So that's why I think it's important for us as a BEASTwriter family to come together and say, hey, look, all right, the NFL draft is on the NFL season's on the back burner right now. Now that draft is over, let's focus on fitness. Let's continue to focus on that, which I've been doing, right? So I'm going to be doing a lot of giveaways with that, and then working with the communities here, because there's a lot of mom and pop shops that have been hurting due to COVID. So I'll be doing live streams from their locations to drive traffic into their place, because again, there's too much hate, there's too much violence, too much BS in this world for us not to come together. And again, I was talking to a lot of my friends here who are in the community, law enforcement and so forth, firefighters and so forth, and it's like, look, like, dude, BEASTwriter, I love what you're doing here. Like, you have a sounding board. People listen to you. Like, legit, a friend came up to me and said, you know what? He asked me, because he was a Niner fan. He's like, oh, do you know BEASTwriter? He's like, oh, I follow him on his YouTube channel. He's telling me, whatever. So the thing about it is, like, you never know. It's always 6 degrees of separation. But if we can come together as one, that's what it's all about. And again, it's all 32 fan bases. It's not just Niners fans here, right? So again, that's why we're putting up the BEASTwriter family swag. So like, maybe one day if you guys are out and about, or you see someone wearing it at the stadium, and then you see someone else wearing it, you guys can come together instead of being, oh, well, you're a Jets fan, screw you. Like, who are you? Because that's what's going on in today's society. Now, I'm not saying boo, like, have some fun with it. Of course, have that, but don't be like all like Debbie Downer, like about it, you know what I mean? So it's all about good vibes only here, and that's what I'm here trying to push. Is like, if I was to die today, what's my legacy? What am I trying to bring to the table? It's not about the cool predictions that I'm making during the draft, the right analysis that I'm bringing putting forth outside the box thinking. It's more about how can we better the community to where if I was to die today, there'd be a future for tomorrow and a better tomorrow.
I love that. And, talking about, reaching out to the community and helping the community, if there's anything ever I can do and team up with you and help out, count me in.
Awesome.
Being retired now, I'm able to, get my last vaccine on May 7th. So, yeah, absolutely. I love that you were, giving socks away to the homeless. And when I lived in Reno, I used to make sandwiches and bring blankets with me. And my son, the first time I actually did it was went to McDonald's, and there was a homeless man, and it was snowing outside, and you could tell he was just freezing. He was shaking. And so, we went through the drive-through getting some breakfast. And I got an extra sandwich and coffee and brought it over to him and brought him a blanket and said, take care and God bless. And we drove away. My son must have been about 4 or 5 years old at the time. And he looks over at me and he says, wow, Mom, that's going to be some good karma for us, huh? I thought, where did you even hear that? Four years old talking about good karma, but
nice.
He's 29 now, so that tells you it was a little while ago. But yeah, I mean, it's about giving back to the community and helping those who are less fortunate and trying to do something to make this world a better place. So I'm glad that you're doing that.
Thank you. Yeah, and again, like, I feel like I'm at the point in my life where people are like amazed, right? Like, oh, you're an influencer, you're this, you're that. But again, it comes down to being humble. Like, there's a difference between confidence and cockiness, right? The difference between cockiness and confidence, and this is someone who's aspiring to be in the NFL media or in your careers, is always be constantly trying to grow, always be learning from someone, right? Because if you're a know-it-all, then you're cocky because you think you're a know-it-all, but at the end of the day, you're not learning anything. You're not growing, right? You can always grow and learn something. So that's why some people even look at me as cocky because some of the things I do, especially my fitness grind, when I compete, I go on stage not thinking I'm going to win. I go with the mindset that I've already won. And again, it's a mental game behind the scenes, because at the end of the day, you have to look at your competition, and it is a competition. Now, people can say, you know, it's to maybe better yourself, but hey, there's medals involved for a reason. There's a reason why I win my competitions is because of the fact, like, everybody puts in the same amount of work. Everybody puts in the same amount of discipline, sacrifices the same amount of time, but it comes down to unleashing your inner beast. And it's all about the mindset that you have. And so that's why on Instagram in my Fitspiration post, I say, you know, I all believe in the 3 Ds, you know, discipline, dedication, and determination. If you have the 3 Ds, then you're all set. Ultimately, it comes down what separates the good from the best from the rest is the mindset to unleash your inner beast. And when I step on stage, it's like it's game over. I'm always joking. I'm joking backstage. I'm not pumping up. My coach knows this. He will be backstage and be like, okay, I guess you don't have to pump up. But like, what are you doing? And I'm just cracking jokes with people while people are pumping up because of the fact, like, you know, the homework has already been done, laying the foundation of the months and weeks of preps, of being inside the gym 4, 5, 6, 8 hours a day at a time, right?
So there's no point in cramming, I guess, or crashing at the last minute.
Yeah, so once you're in that mindset and you're stepping on stage, the homework was already that's why when players say it's not the game days that's hardest for them, it's the practices leading up to that game day. And it holds true in fitness, in football, and in life. Like if you're at work and you're screwing off all the time, and then you have a project due at the end where you're not going to meet that deadline, or it's going to be a crappy project because of the fact that you didn't do the homework ahead. You have to put in the work at the end of the day.
Right. Absolutely.
So that's what I try to push is just the better movement. And it's like, again, it's not about football all the time. Like football is cool and I love doing it. It's my passion. Obviously it's the number one thing here, but so is fitness. And so is life. Life is it's all about life, and it's all about, and you know, this engagement here is so authentic. There's no filter. There's no one telling me what to write, how to formulate my podcast. I don't have to do giveaways because I already have the following, so I don't have to do it if I didn't want to. But I continue to do it because I've been doing it since day one. And at the end of the day, I want to do it for me to give back to you, right? And that's something that people don't understand is like, because you're at the top doesn't dismiss you for being the same person that you were when you were at the bottom.
It's a selflessness that you have, though, and not a lot of people have that. Not, you know, it's an easy thing for other people to spot, and I don't know if it's easy for you to see as the rest of us how clear it is. My son was over here this morning just hanging out, and he was watching the Pat McAfee show, and so I said, okay, nope. Time out. BEASTwriter's on. So he listened to that and he was like, wait, what? And I said, just watch him. And I said, you know, this guy is great. I said, one of the biggest things that I love about him is he is a 49ers fan. He grew up a 49ers fan. I said, but he's an NFL fan, and he does not allow people to be bashing another person on his show. It's all about the love. It's all about the BEASTwriter family. And so he was watching, and he kind of got hooked. He's like, okay, yeah, this is pretty cool. You know,
who was it? So who was it?
My son. He came over to visit this morning, just hang out since he got his vaccinations already, and so he was just talking about, you know, the Pat McAfee show and wanted me to see it. And so we were watching it, but then I got the thing on my phone. I let it go for a little while. So I think I was about 20 minutes behind, and I'm like, yeah, no, we can't do this anymore.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. So he likes it. He's a fan now, huh?
Yeah, he did. He was stoked. He was like, okay, this is some good stuff. Hey, I wanted to chime in real quick and call in. Have you heard anything about Lance's pro day today?
I haven't heard
when it was supposed to start, or
I heard it looked good. It looked good. So I guess I saw some highlights. Obviously it's skewed, but he did look pretty good. Good arm. Timing was there. He did I think the highlight was like a play action throw for like 40 yards or something like that. So he definitely has the arm, has the accuracy there, but you know, he looked good. Overall, it was not a game. It wasn't like Mac Jones's pro day where it actually hurt him. I think this just kept him on the top still. You know, and if anything, this gave him more highlights. So.
Mac Jones's pro days, both days, I saw issues with his throwing.
Yeah.
He was either overthrowing one day or underthrowing another. And
I know, and he had his wide receiver too, right? Like Devontae Smith was what catchy throw. So what's up with that? But no, Trey Lance wasn't
I was
hurt.
hoping to hear something on it, but everybody, I'm hearing a lot more people now saying, "Oh, it's going to be Trey Lance. It's going to be Trey Lance." And of course, everybody, it's speculation for everyone. But and I've watched his film and in the film study and stuff, and it looks good. But my concern is, he's got all day to throw. He doesn't have that kind of the kind of defenses that he's going to be up against in the NFL, and that timing. And he may make quick decisions, but you can make quicker decisions when you're not under duress.
Yeah.
Right.
So I want to know, how is he doing? How's he going to do under duress?
I just think
Serious
that when it comes to Trey Lance or Mac Jones,
Trey Lance. I like him. I mean,
he has the legs, right? That's the only thing that's going from kind of like Russell Wilson. He has the legs. I mean, he can get out of pressure and all that stuff. But yeah, I agree with you though. I mean, he's like I said. Easier conference and all that stuff, and it's just so hard to make a judgment on him just because he didn't play that many games too.
Right,
I think that's a high risk pick for him.
Yeah, it'd be high risk but very high reward if it pays off. But do you think sitting behind Garoppolo a year is what's going to get him, or is it just pretty much it's not sitting behind Garoppolo, but being trained by Shanahan? I think
you have to.
You're going to have to sit him because that's what I'm hearing inside internally is they're going to be sitting the quarterback, whoever that is.
Good.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't matter. It
doesn't matter if it's Zach Wilson, Justin Fields. That guy's going to sit. They want to use one. I want to say scapegoat, but they want to use Jimmy Garoppolo as the bridge to bringing in because there's no pressure for that rookie quarterback. You don't want to put him in a compromised position, is what I've been told.
Right, and then that's the way it should be. And I mean, we all know with Jimmy's injury history that they'll be out there for game 4 or 5 anyway. But, we want to make sure.
Don't say that. Come on, don't say that.
He's just been hurt too much. I like Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, I do. I think that he can play well at times. I mean, he's good, but then he just makes these mistakes that are just like mind-boggling to me. These like, what were you looking at here? And I'd love to see breakdown on his film from one of the guys who break down the quarterbacks and shows the actual games and what they should be looking for and what they missed and
the game film stuff. That's what I'm doing. Like I'm trying to save up money because I want I've been doing game film breakdowns before, but I want the actual pro stuff. So I'm trying to do that because I can.
You want to circle the string and all that stuff.
Yeah, I want the color shade. I want legit, and that's what I'm trying to save up my money. So all the super chats and super stickers, they help because I'm putting that in a separate account aside from doing the giveaways and keeping up with the t-shirts and all that. So that's why I want to do those things. It just ultimately comes down to how much this channel makes because I don't have much money, right? So
keep the super chats coming. I think
you'll have it.
So I want to do that. I do want to do that because at the end of the day, it's going to only bring up the quality of the content, and then that way you guys can see visually exactly what I'm seeing on a certain play. So then you guys can also see what to look for moving forward and say, you know what? Oh, this is really cool. I want to go ahead and do this. And I can see how the game grades kind of work out because my game grades is very, like I said, I don't rely on PFF. I do the legwork. And again, it's developed by a former NFL player, right? A current NFL coach and a well-respected retired scout. And that was before I even bust out. I had my game grading system and then I basically cross-referenced with them, those 3 guys, and they don't even know each other. So it's definitely not, it's not that we all work together as one. Right. So that way you pull exactly. And then it was pretty much spot on to begin with. It was just fine tuning the little fine prints and basically working the details on the numbers. It's at to the point where, again, it lines up with PFF. In fact, it's kind of better than, I shouldn't say that. In my opinion, I'm being biased. It's better than PFF because, again, my midseason grades, my midseason players reports that was posted on Twitter in my all-pro team, they were in lead stock with PFF. It's outside of 2 players. So that just goes to show you how accurate my grading system is. And one of those players actually made the all-pro team, whereas on PFF's team, they didn't even have that player ranked, and that was Tyrann Mathieu.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, if you
interesting.
can do that, yeah, you got to start doing that. So when I, play my FanDuel games, I'm going to know exactly who I want to put into each
Exactly. We can be a
used to help out with,
fantasy, cheap on our fantasy football team too.
Draft. I used to work-
I love
yeah.
fantasy.
Are you?
Fantasy
I used to
football.
work
Oh, yeah.
with FanDuel and DraftKings. I used to set player evaluations for them or help them.
Oh,
Really?
nice, nice.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Wow,
So they would
that's
tell me how
awesome.
to-
I'm
That's why
still
people
trying to
should
win
do
that
that.
$1 million.
Yeah.
I'm
Win the $1
still
million.
trying to win that million. That's right. I just want to hold it up for people to see. I just don't even really. I mean, of course, it's about the money. Hello, but I mean, I just want to be like,
You want the giant check, whoever they have?
I pretty much just want to show it to my brother,
Yeah.
who's a Dallas fan.
That's awesome.
kind of
There we
rub it
go.
in a little.
It's gonna be it's yeah, fantasy football's good. And that's the thing. It's like people hate on fantasy football, but it's a good way to engage with all 32 NFL teams. So basically what this does is also if you're a female, because again, it's predominantly male. It's always been sports have always been predominantly male. But look at you, Mel. You play fantasy football. I guarantee you know more than half the people out there, if they're diehard Niner fans or whatever the case may be, because of fantasy football, because you have to do the legwork on all the other NFL teams. Correct?
Yeah, and absolutely. Yeah, and the players, I mean, you really have to break down what it is they are doing every game, how many catches per game, yards per game. I mean, if I want to win money, I got to do the homework.
You want to be in last place, right? I mean,
no, that's pretty embarrassing when you just like, none of these people know me, but if I'm in last place, I'm like, oh God, what was I thinking?
It's very interesting that you mentioned that, and I think it's very positive. And maybe I do post fantasy football stuff throughout the year too. Like for instance, I said people should start Brandon Ayuk over freaking Tyler Lockett after Tyler Lockett had that 200 receiving game, and people thought I was crazy. And I put it out there. I was like, watch. Like, I don't put stuff out there for click. I mean, obviously, then people will be like, what are you talking about? And then look what happened. Brandon Ayuk had a better game than freaking Tyler Lockett.
Tyler Lockett's turning into Doug Baldwin. The Doug Baldwin of the team. I don't mean to be mean, but he is. He's not getting as many receptions as he did before Metcalf.
I was about to say Metcalf.
He was Metcalf to Baldwin.
Yep. Yep.
That's very
as
true.
many looks for sure.
That's very true. Well, thank you so much.
Mel. I've got to run. Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Mel.
Take care,
guys.
guys.
All right, cheers.
See ya.
Mahalo.
Bye.
All right, I love Mel. She's awesome.
Yeah, she's great. Man, the Jimmy G hate though, it's always there. I think in my opinion, I just want to address that a little bit. I think Jimmy G, even though he makes those mistakes, is good. He's being aggressive, right? You don't want a quarterback that's always safe. I feel like that's a good part about him. I think the bad part is obviously staying on the field, right? If he can stay on the field, if he's in the game, I feel like I have the confidence that we have a chance to win every single game on our schedule. But the fact is, he can't stay on there. I think that's the biggest knock on him. But skill-wise and the bonehead mistakes, I think it's aggressiveness. I mean, look at Brett Favre, right? Like, he was super aggressive, and it won him one Super Bowl. But obviously, you can nitpick his game, too, and say, hey, he averages an interception a game throughout his whole career, But it's just the nature of the game. You have to be able to take chances. So.
Right. Thank you for Keith Murphy, Sports Takes and Debates. Follow my man for the super chat. I appreciate the love. And also,
Keith.
Tony Nagatani, the winner of the BEASTwriter family giveaway. He wants the pro stuff. He wants my game grades. That's what he wants. He wants the grading system. I'm going to brush that out, as well as fitness grind. So, all right, Cardboard King, let's go ahead and get to some of your questions. He says, speaking of winning money, plus 400 for Trey Lance to be the third pick in the NFL draft. I like those odds. Do you like those odds, Jerry? Do you like it?
Don't like it. Last time I came on, I said Mac Jones was favored to be picked by Vegas. Those odds have changed now. Actually, Justin Fields is favored. Yeah, and then Zach Wilson's second. And Trey Lance is, I think, third or fourth. And that's why it's plus 400. I think the other one's plus one something. So it's, $100 to win 400. Trey Lance gets picked. I think that's a good, that's pretty good odds, But for me, I'd rather take the plus 120 whatever on Justin Fields. So that's me personally. But if you're a true believer, a high conviction on Trey Lance, I would make that bet. So.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk about some other things. What else is on your mind as it pertains to, the NFL or the 49ers or the NFL draft? What is some things you want to talk about before you head out here?
Man, I'm just excited, like honestly, it's just this whole month has just been the edge of my seat to say, what's gonna happen? Not just the number one pick. I think overall, like, what are you gonna do with Jimmy? What's gonna happen in the second, third rounds? Is there gonna be a trade? Like, are they gonna make any moves? Like, who are they gonna take in terms of like, are they gonna get backup tight end or are they get another guard? Like the shakeup, right? It's kind of like the free agency was part one of the excitement. This is gonna be part two now, and then finally the season starts. So, I'm just excited. I'm really, really excited about the season starting. I think that's my overall. I know I don't have any specific questions or anything like that.
No, you don't. You don't need to. I'm just saying if there's anything else on your mind that you want to discuss before you head it out.
I guess one last thing for you is like,
Sure.
So now we talked about a little bit about Alden Smith and that shakeup where he, got in trouble. Do you think they make another move? And what do you think about Javon Clowney now gone? Right, I know you were a big fan of that guy, but what do you think about the $10 million a year? I think it was up to $10 million, so I don't think it was all guaranteed. All that stuff. Sounds like it was very incentive based. But I think Niners could have made that contract, so it's I think a big miss.
If you were in it for one more year and you're in it to win the Super Bowl in this year, and you're going to keep Jimmy Garoppolo, you need another edge rusher opposite of Nick Bosa,
right?
And I can't count Eric Armstead because we know what we're getting with Dennis Delfield 2.0. And that's not a compliment. That's not a compliment.
How about
it's not?
How about Samson Ebukam, right?
Or Samson Ebukam. You know what? I like Samson Ebukam, but I do. I mean, he's not on the level of Jadeveon Clowney. Now, if you're looking for an edge rusher, look at what all the NFC West teams are doing, right?
Yeah.
Look at JJ Watt, Chandler Jones. What did they get in Seattle? Dude, they got Alden Smith. They re-signed Carlos Dunlap after releasing him. Then brought him back because of his 2021 cap number. And so it's just like the list goes on and on and on, and it's almost like they stole Kerry Hyder Jr., right? So it's just almost like, what are the Niners doing? The Rams don't have very much edge rushing presence, but
they have Jordan Willis, right? Niners have Jordan Willis.
I like Jordan Willis, so I do like Jordan Willis. He would be a nice player. I think, to be honest with you, I think he could probably have 6-7 sacks this year, and that's a pretty good number for him. So by committee approach, I think if you're looking at Samson Ebukam, if he can put up 4 or 5 sacks, and then you have Jordan Willis put up 5, 6, 7 sacks, I mean that's 11, 12 sacks right there in between them. So that's a pretty good number.
You think D Ford's coming back too? I mean, all signs point to him coming back, right? Because he was in training camp, he looked good. It seems like he's a go for the season, but
he's always
maybe that's what they're big.
He's always a go and then a no go. So I don't know, man. I can't.
If he stays healthy, though, you think that was it's gonna be good for them? I mean, that's why they didn't pick up a Clowney.
If he stays healthy, yes, but ultimately, I'd rather have Jadeveon Clowney, who's going to be there. And if Jadeveon Clowney is only healthy for half the year, so what? That's getting Jadeveon Clowney half a year for X amount of dollars. Because if it was incentive based, obviously he's not going to reach that full potential. I'm sure there's some injury clause in there. So I mean, you're getting what he's valued at. So you're not losing any money. You're not like a D Ford,
right?
So I don't know.
That's true.
A lot of interesting stuff. But thank you so much, Jerry, for hopping on the show, man. I appreciate the love, and mahalo as always. That's up for Jerry Yang. And if you want to follow Jerry Yang, you can go ahead and do that. Wait, don't go yet.
Oh, I thought you were kicking me out.
I want to give you a shout out, Jerry Yang, so they know where to find you. So you can find Mind of Jerry 11 on Twitter. And
now you say that.
Follow him.
We have to get you on our show too, man. We need to get you on. We need the draft breakdown afterwards. I talked to Mike about it. I think right after the draft, we need you. We might live stream the draft too. So let's see what happens. I think
I'm going to be live streaming the draft as well. Yeah,
it'll be fun. Yeah, maybe we can hook up and we can just do a collab or something.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope. All right. Well, thank you so much, Jerry. Appreciate the love.
Good luck on your shot too, man. Like this vaccine, no joke. So just I'm like dying here. I feel like I'm like 60% of myself right now. So it's I'm glad Mel came on and help fill in that 40%. So
all right,
well, have a good one. Thanks a lot.
All right, mahalo, man. All right. All right. A guy called Ed from the BEASTwriter family says, any predictions on post NFL draft cuts that the Niners could target? I don't know who those draft cuts are yet, but we're going to have to see how that plays out. But I think that's it for today. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for subscribing to my channel. Just be sure to turn on and flip on the bell notification so you get notified when I go live or when I upload content. This is an awesome live stream. And again, congratulations to Tony Nagatani for being this week's winner of the farewell season, the Candlestick Flag. 2:30 p.m. live stream on Friday. He won this. And if you didn't win, not to worry. We are doing it all again this week. So we are giving away these 2 49ers NFL licensed masks, courtesy of yours truly here in the BEASTwriter family. Also, we are running our first BEASTwriter family giveaway, milestone giveaway, if we hit 2,700 subscribers by the end of the week. And that will entail this 49ers embroidered plush blanket. That is correct. Still sealed. Given to me by the San Francisco 49ers themselves. And all we have to do is hit 2,700 subscribers by the end of the week. How do we do that? Make this go viral just like everything else. Like, share, comment. Even though after this live stream ends, share, like, comment. Just tell all your family and friends. Because once we hit 2,700, the prize will keep going up. Thank you so much. I had a lot of fun. I know you guys had a lot of fun. The engagement here was awesome. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Robert Watson. Thank you, everyone, Keith Murphy, Tony Nagatani, everyone who sent me super chats and super stickers. I really appreciate the love. Sean, thank you so much for your super sticker as well. And again, I wouldn't be in the position I am without you guys in my corner. So again, thank you so much. And hope you guys had a fun live stream on this Monday at... When did we start this live stream? 10:45? 10:45 live stream. All right, that's it for today. Hope you guys had a good one. I'll be back, maybe hopping on a live stream maybe later today. If not, I'll be back tomorrow for Taco Tuesdays as we discuss all things NFL. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good day. BEASTwriter out.